Greetings. We're up in our place, and I don't know, is that a Mixup and Blenda program with me, the king of Mixup, Mr. Washbelly, the king of Mixup, Ragashanti. Blessings and respect to all of the good so people, all of my Tambourine family people, large upon yourself, and all of my Mixup and Blenda people, boom, bang, respect, indeed. All I wicked people who are listening right now, so they can call in and bother the morning was for nation, right? We have say greetings to you, to all nastiness, you know. Me and Uno. Yes, man. I be a drama, but hey, me said the topic, take it to them yesterday. The lesbian mix-up topic, I top them head. People, when me I run the show, don't you hear me all the while. Anytime anybody really go overboard, me stop them. Don't you hear me? All the while, me stop people when time and go overboard, don't it? Because I run the thing, whatever. But there are certain other things that is okay to go out there, you know. But some of the bossy people who thinks of them on radio, who thinks a radio is only for them, and who don't like a bone in me. As far as them concerned, the things them not for talk up on people for hear the different things them. And of course, the all wicked them. Them know say any of them come and say them don't like the program. People are going to say, then if you don't like it, don't, you know me I say, Jermaine. Them know if them come and say, me just don't like Ragashanti. Them know say people are going to done them, don't it? You know if them come and say, well, it's not my program, so it's not for the on radio. You know people are going to done them, right? You know say if them come and say they don't like Makuji close them. Then know people are going to done them. You know if they come and say, it's just too loud, then know people are going to done them. So what them always do? Them draw the Save the Children card. The Save the Children card them draw. Is either Save the Children or what he's doing, it's not uplifting. Well, listen to me. I mix up, I say. I'm in now stop some mix up. Now, them organize the thing, you know. Jermaine. This is not the first time them do it. And a certain lady from a certain institution, tertiary institution, powerful lady, I have your file too, you know. I have your file too. Miss Lady from a certain tertiary institution who organize the people and for call nationwide and bother the people and whatever. Again, Miss Pop Down Lady Fly by night I drunk look better than you. Where I organize the people and for... Listen, you can't walk in a drunk shoes. Drunk have more class than you. You know why? You know why drunk have more class than you, Miss Lady, who organize the people and for call the station them and tell them about them for get rid of me. You know why drunk have more class than you? At least Junker don't stay with dead meat. And when Junker walk, Junker bossy, when you walk in a boss, you never see Junker walk it. Junker have a bossy people. Yo, you see that man? Yo, Junker have a bossy piece of work there, you know. And you know what? You know one thing I rate to Junker, Jermaine? If you observe behavioral patterns of Junker, our bossy people term vultures. You know, say Junker don't run in. Junker keep themselves to themselves. Junker keep themselves to themselves. Junker don't fight. Junker no bad mind, you know. Junker no bad mind. Junker don't run in. That's why Junker have more class than some of them people that keep up them damn foolishness. But this and that. Now, on to the topic. Jeremy, the topic I heard out the head. Lesbian mix-up, and apparently they have problem with certain car. Yeah, what am I problem with now, Jeremy? One girl called and said she did get a swipe and she liked it. Now, you know I don't allow people for going on no details about the things them, right? Right? Them say that is an example of disgusting Ragashanti radio. You hear me say? One of the call with a problem is a girl who what with them on a lesbian mix-up. Don't we keep it real? Don't we say talk the things? Don't we say face reality? Don't we say we going to make you know what going out there? I mean, we're not strength for look up people that talk about people that pay people for kill them, and I mean, you're not going to take set pan. And I mean, you're not going to take set pan. I mean, you're not. Yes, you take me not notice on the conveniently quiet pan one day. Yes, the phone people all of that take set pan me. When you don't dare walk no more because probably when afraid somebody go out ball out, say them pay somebody for kill or not to nothing. But I mean, you don't want to take set pan and all set of nastiness. Every time, Jamaican, every time something come up with truly can cause problem for the country. Put me and my foolishness over here, so right now. Them know what them out for them something, you know. Them talking private. Oh my God, this is appalling. And if it's for them political party, it's not a problem. If it's not the political party, then it's a problem. But them don't dare what them out. But it's Ragashanti, they want context set pan. You understand? Yo! How we said take skin and broad back, that's how the thing said. Take skin and broad back when afraid of them. German, is there anything wrong without, you don't have to agree with it, you know, but there is anything wrong with that woman I call and I say, boy, Raga, me never anything, you know. One girl says she'll swipe, she want to give me a swipe, I give her one swipe and I like it. I know it is something that some people are uncomfortable hearing. But that is one of the rules of this show. Our motto is laugh, learn, and grow. And we expose the thing them what the hypocrite them are talk about. And who know out there who know the certain person what they call about, the certain well-known person what they call about, where the rape got bust upon the somebody and whatever. I mean, here sound of swear blind sound of go and get me off. Me and sound of have it say, wanna get me off of you, we ready. I left on my own accord. And when I sent in my resignation, they decided I shouldn't finish the show right there when they get the resignation. And that is why they cut me off. But I sent in my resignation. I left on my own accord. I'm over nationwide here now. And when me over here, me going to leave on my own accord. Cliff Hughes can't fire me. Me attack up. Cliff Hughes can't fire me. Cliff Hughes can't. Cliff are the boss. Glasses man. Chief. Right? Big up list too. But them give me my orders and them make me know what is what. And them lay down the thing as a listener, make sure I say a bit. So, Jeremy, when me I run this show, don't you hear all the while people want to go in and them look at details and sometimes them say some things I can't go over and me still cut it out, don't it? Me still cut it out. Sometimes Jeremy and I say, Ragashanti, that can't go over. Me say, no, Jeremy, me could cut out that car. You know, most people, them not really like that one day. And they look up in them probably now, whatever, this and that. Certain look words that still can't go crack. Now me here say them I move to Cardell Green and Upton Dunn. Cardell Green, the executive director of the Broadcasting Commission, and Upton Dunn, the chairman of the Broadcasting Commission. Them a talk up things. Like say them have Cardell Green in them pocket. Like say them have Upton Dunn in them pocket. And them are going to get rid of me. Listen, I will obey the rules. I will obey the rules. I will obey the rules laid down by them. So it is not my intention, let me state this categorically and unequivocally, it is not my intention to be a rebel without a cause. And my name James Dean, my name Ragashanti. So I will obey the rules. But to you elitist, self-righteous, hypocritical, fly-by-night, lower than drunk, crew be at Uno. Yes, I let me talk them way. I want to say this is disgusting and I want to get rid of me. Uno kill out. Uno all set a nas. Remember the old people talk, they kill out. Uno kill out. Uno set a nastiness. That's what I say. Uno that set a hypocrite. And I'm going to cuss out to watch it. Where not, Tara, not what. Round here. But I didn't get it was a warm time this morning. I call up my name and Ray. And as soon as they tell my people and call me, the drunk with them, I said, leave them alone, man. Yo, you see when me did I choose a radio station because I had offers. Hello? Right. And My abdomen, my lower abdomen. Anyway, what me I say? When I was choosing where I was going, I had options that would have been too predictable. Again, when I was choosing where I would go, I had options that would have been too predictable. But when the offer came up for Nationwide, the irony was just deliciously wonderful. Because I well know that these house slaves in Jamaica, they tend to look on Nationwide, incorrectly so, as the big house, as master house, as a slave master house. And true me know say me a feel slave. True me know I cane piece me there cut down the cane and the cane a juke up my watch it not warrant that one. And I go and use the next word one and I like clot. True me know the cane a juke out my clot out there. Now so me want to go in there. Me want to go up with the fit. Me want to see what the house slave them. So me say Nationwide it is because me know say the nastiness them a go consider man. That's why me come over here for burn out on the watch it not. On all fly benign, pitch benign, hypocritical, careless, good for nothing, tan so bad, tan so back, all crasses, you know. What you know? What? One look at fornicate with Satan and leave me alone. Now that's all for that. Go to hell. Or they would do better. Yo, that mix up here, Prince William and him fiance, you know that. We just attacked to somebody out there in a Nationwide. And she said, boy, the British people, them not easy, you know, because me I jump on a different story, see them on the TV. Them are going to get married, you know, Prince William will get married, you know. And the girl, when I get married to the real, she wait long, she named Katie, you know the British people ain't call her. Waity Katie. And them say mix up, you know. Big up Waity Katie, call your boss. Because me know say, you did go through it for reach the baby. And me know them the royal family, you know. Then come like the bossy people, them down there too, you know. They have to go through all kind of crosses for you reach right there, son. But anyway, yes, people, me have to give it to them because them at up the radio this man, but people, I want you to know it's organized. What you see going, this happened before. One time I did have my show over, so not a ad in my show for a long time, the way them give it to me. And then one taxi company go, come on. The man called quick, you know, the man receives, must say 16 call one morning, back to back. Say, if you don't take out your hand out of Ragashanti show, we not take a taxi. And the man draw him ad. And then call me and him say, Raga, and I'm not the person. I say, don't worry yourself, man. Don't worry yourself. Do your thing. You run your business, do your thing. You understand? I'm a turn up strong, you understand? So whenever I do, nothing new. And as long as you don't leave me alone, me will leave you alone and I will obey the rules. Again, when you listen to the show, you know repeatedly, when I tell anybody cross the line, we cut out to them for cut out, and we tell them, say, listen now, we press the CGB, I call it the CGB, the Cardell green button, and we cut out for cut out. And I tell them, you cannot come on radio and say, support and whatever. So we hold the thing. But you have some look of bossy nastiness in this country. Them don't like the word clot. Them don't like sort out. Them don't anything for do with sex. Them say it nothing we not for talk about nothing for do with sex during the day. Damn foolishness. It's not what you talk about, it's how you talk about it. And when you get to how you talk about it, some of them are arrogant, elitist, like a punk. Because if you talk about it in bossy language, them have no problem with it. If our ghetto people who happen to be citizens of this country and talk the way we talk on this show ya, calling and talking a film style, them have a problem with it. On a favor, what is what? This is not on a private house. I can understand if it was a private company and the private company say, we don't care what you say, Ragashanti, we don't want you so. Don't when you work a company, don't you have to dress certain way, don't it say? You have to get right? No, we understand that radio have some mind, but it's not your radio have some rules and regulations you have to obey. But listen to me. Radio in Jamaica is no longer RGR and JBC. The listener landscape has been diversified. It is no longer exclusively the domain of one set of people. It is no longer exclusively the domain of people who speak one way. Radio is a virtual landscape that is supposed to reflect the different constituencies that make up our population. In Jamaica, we have mostly educated people. We have religious people. We have Rasta. Right? And we have skettle like myself here. How dare you in arrogance tell me, a very proud skettle, and a very proud skettle I am, that me not supposed to have a place in. This is a democracy. Una go like say Saddam Hussein still alive and una him. Right? Una go like this is a theocracy. Like Iran. Una go like a China with it. Where communism still strong. Una go like a North Korea. Where Kim Jong run the thing alone and nobody don't know what go. Una kill out. Una go like a Zimbabwe where Mugabe. If I laugh, I went up my white shirts everywhere to the mud. You understand? Right? When I go like say, this is a democracy. Freedom in the media mean freedom for skettles like myself. Long live skettle. And I am a skettle. I am very free. I am a free skettle. And if me want to say, me say, and no nastiness will deny me the right to be a skettle pan radio. I want to favor Koro. I want to favor Kaya. Oh, you remember Kaya? You remember Kaya? Then favor Kaya. Then favor when pudding up be a good. Yo, you ever see when pudding up be a good? And the top just wagga and sappy and so them favor. Them favor when flowers spoil. Who never need flower and the flowers spoil? Not no ugly so, you know. And them. And to all of the real drunker, them, well, kind of know everybody listen to this show. Some drunker writer now I say, all right, and I'm going to pre no dead meat in a rag, I'm say, and catch up on a coconut tree and I listen to this show. To all of the drunker, them will listen to this show right now. I want to know, say, wanna have more class than them bossy people that will take it from me on the show. Listen, I'm big up Master God. Because Master God not turning back on skettle. Right? God not elitist like them. No master, no yet. No slanders and look wrap up. Then say Jesus used to wear. And then sit there. Hey, don't it? And Jesus did humble, don't it? And if you really think about it, you don't say Jesus was a ghetto man. If you really, well under, somebody say hallelujah. Somebody say hallelujah. If you really think about it, you don't say Jesus was a ghetto man. And the dirty, bossy Romans, them used to take set upon Jesus, don't it? And hype upon Jesus, don't it? Now so the story go. Dirty Romans, dirty Philistines, dirty Pharisees. Get them a tune, because we're afraid of people. Play the tune.
No matter what you're going through.
Okay, people, it's about 17 minutes to 2 o'clock. That means it's a good time for...
Something. Oh my God! Can you believe that?
Can you believe it? True stories from around the world that make you say, Papa Jesus, that anything really can go so. And I wish I mix up on the show without apology, no? Right? A mix up was set. Listen, if you want to hear some serious something, this is not the show for you, because we take serious things, make laugh over here. Let us all give thanks that we now have choices. So to whatever government or whichever entity is responsible for the diversification of media in Jamaica. We give thanks because now we have choices, right? You can go Love FM if you just want to hear your straight gospel. If you want to go IrieJam, you hear your so and so. If you want to do so and so, hear so and so, you listen to Moti. If you want a different flavor, you go to Barber Glued On. If you want some high-level intellectual so and so, run it to it. If you want your sketelism and you just want to laugh and keke and enjoy yourself and decompress and appreciate some humor and get rid of some stress, come a raga. Come a raga. For can you believe it, today we are in the country of Australia. We're in Sydney, Australia. Sydney is not the capital. Is Sydney the capital of Australia? I don't think so. What's the capital of Australia? Isn't it funny that you have all these places and the most popular place is not necessarily the capital? Like New York City is not the capital of the state of New York. You know, Miami is not the capital of Florida and so forth. But anyway, we are in Sydney, Australia. Hear that one. I don't know what the mix-up is. What we're doing right now, you know. Lesbian mix-up. Lesbian mix-up. That's what they're doing. Lesbian mix-up. Here the Can You Believe It for today. Huh? Canberra. So the capital of Australia is Canberra. For all of you who in a competition and this and that. It's Canberra. Canberra, you say? You sure? The capital of Australia is Canberra. See that? It's not Sydney. Eh? Yeah, for Google. But Sydney is probably the most popular city in Australia. But nonetheless, here that Can You Believe It, you people? Restaurant refuses entry to a gay dog. Oh, Jesus, Tambourine. And when we say Tambourine for the mix-up, because not the topic of the mix-up, the topic of the Can You Believe It shot. That mix-up. Restaurant refuses entry to a gay dog, a homosexual dog. Here we go. An Australian restaurant is facing the brunt after they refused entry to a blind man because his guide dog was gay. Now, the restaurant has also been asked to pay compensation to the blind man, whose name is Ian Jolly. Yo, John, you know, hey, I tell people all the while, you know, nothing wrong if you get bored sometime, you know, but you see when they're in Jamaica or just read certain things, are you bored? Are you on board, you know? Are you on board? Ian Jolly went to the restaurant Thai Spice, but he was denied entry there because the staff misunderstood his guide dog for a gay dog. Hey, you hear what I'm going on? You hear what I'm going on? They misunderstood the guide dog. Like, what? I can finish reading. Well, I don't read it. The owners of the Jeremy, Ruth. The owners of the restaurant said that there was a misunderstanding between a waiter who thought that the man was saying that she wanted to bring a gay dog into the restaurant. You understand what I want? The name Thai Spice, right? And perhaps they're from Thailand. And perhaps they have some difficulties and limitations with the English language. So when the person was saying that, you know, animals are not allowed in restaurants, but restaurants make exceptions for obvious reasons for guide dogs because the person is blind and guide dogs don't behave in a restaurant. So apparently this person was just explaining, listen, it's a guide dog. Can I bring in my guide dog? And them, poor them now must have a problem with the English. A gear dog? What? Your dog gear? Yo, born a gear dog. Born a gear. No gear dog running. No gear dog come up in there. You ever can read about that part? The owners of the restaurant said that there was a misunderstanding between a waiter who thought that the man was saying that, quote, she wanted to bring a gay dog into the restaurant, end quote. So the 57 years old Ian Jolly couldn't enjoy a meal at the Thai Spice, that's the restaurant, because of this misunderstanding. The staff genuinely believed that Nudge was an ordinary pet dog which had been... Yo! The father! Yo! The dog, Jeremy, the dog named Nudge, you know. All right, Katie, and she Jeremy attacked him, you know. I want you. Oh. Anyway. She said she want to war today. She want to... Yo, Jeremy, I hear ya. The staff genuinely believed that Nudge was an ordinary pet dog which had been de-sexed to become a gay dog. The owner said in a statement to the South Australia's Equal Opportunity Tribunal. However, the tribunal was not convinced, and they have ordered the owners to give a written apology to Ian Jolly and also to pay $1,380 as compensation. And that is not our money, you know, that is Australian money and thing. You understand? What you confused for? Right, and yeah, and Jamaica is supposed to be the most homophobic country in the land, right? At least me never hear somebody stole a dog yet. I say, go ahead, be dog. I God, I'm going dead. I'm going dead. My lower abdomen. What on they do? Big and serious. Are there gay dogs? You ever see a gay dog? You ever see a lesbian dog? Let's not take this any further because I've never seen a lesbian dog yet before, you know, or a gay dog yet. Yeah, I've never seen a, no? Eh? I've never seen. Sometimes, no, 1 or 2 times when the regular dog, them, you know, eat, them get it a little bit twisted and confused. But them, you know, them roll to a man dog and think it's a woman dog. But once them figure out how it's like, them just say, wow, you know what, not there, so. You see? But them people are not easy. I can't, hey, yo, I can't imagine, you know, when I talk about the thought that it was an ordinary pet dog that was de-sexed to become a gay dog. I can't imagine, you know. True, the blind man bring them up to the tribunal, you know, the Equal Opportunity Tribunal. You know, because them realize the mistake what they make. I just guide dog the person say, and them here gay dog, you know. A G trick them, you know, you understand? Yeah. Yeah, but I don't 2 o'clock right there. Oh, no, man. We have a reason with the boss. We have a reason with the boss. But we can't start the reasoning. But anyway. But there you have it, people. Can you believe it? From Sydney, Australia. Again, restaurant refuses entry to what they believed was a gay dog. And where the confusion lies here is that it was a guide dog. And guide dogs are trained to guide blind people. And while restaurants do not allow animals in their establishment, a lot of restaurants all over the world make exceptions for guide dogs. So this blind man was just pointing out to these people at the Thai Spice, the Thai restaurant, and we can only assume that the people who are running Thai Spice, the Thai restaurant, they are from Thailand and perhaps have some difficulties with the English language. And on hearing guide dog, they thought the man was saying, can I come in the restaurant with my gay dog? To which they promptly refused and she said, no, you mad? Well, you brighty? Well, coming in with a homosexual dog. Come up to them people and see how food was serving you. That was...
Can you believe it? Oh my God, something. Oh my God! You believe that?
Can you believe it? Okay, and you don't know, so we arrange that every day, and it's a mix-up show. True stories around the world that have that high entertainment value and so forth. We love to arrange them up on the show and thing. Okay, people, it's now time for religious mix-up. And for religious mix-up today, we have the pleasure of having with us a man that perhaps needs no introduction to you, the Jamaican populace, given that you all know who he is. And we have none other than the Reverend Al Miller with us today. And we're going to have, again, with a lesbian mix-up and so forth. And we are going to talk to Reverend Miller. We're going to seek his counsel and understanding on this whole issue about gay marriage. Do we have the Reverend Al Miller here with us?
Yes, sir. How are you doing, Raga? How are you doing?
Well, Reverend Miller, today I give thanks, you know. I am blessed,
yes,
and I am thankful, and I give thanks indeed.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, man, but we're here. Good to be with you today.
Okay.
And hi to all your viewers, or your listeners, beg your pardon.
Right. Okay, Reverend Miller, the issue of gay marriage is one that is quite strong in the United States. They're also grappling with it over there in Britain and some of the so-called first world nations. And in the United States, we see some interesting scenarios unfolding state by state, namely the state of Massachusetts and the state of California and so forth and things like that. To begin with, as a member of the clergy, what's your opinion on this whole issue that the gay people are saying that, hey, they're human beings and they're human beings in the sight of God and they love each other and they happen to be same sex and they're entitled to marriage. What is your response to those assertions?
Well, the first part is true. They are human beings and they are entitled to their freedoms and liberties, and so it should be in any free society as a principle. One thing I feel spiritually and what I deem from the Word of God, one thing God never takes from us is our freedom. Mm-hmm. Every man must have his freedom of choice. But the reality also is that choices has consequences.
Right.
And we must also then be prepared when we make choices to deal with the consequences of those choices.
Right.
There are, of course, as you would know, there are mixed views out there, even within clergy, within Christendom.
Right.
There are mixed views. But for me, it's not a religious issue in that context. I have to take a biblical position, not denominational, etc. But
okay, not denominational. You're saying, but a biblical, right. Because you just said it's not a religious issue, but by virtue of it being biblical, by definition, that is religious, right?
It make it religious.
Right.
If we look at it in that broad context.
Right.
You know, and of course it has serious social implications. For instance, I jump right to the thought of Leviticus 18, where the Lord says, a man shall not lie with another man,
okay,
as our man lies with a woman. Nor should a woman lie with another woman, as a man lies with a woman. It says this is an abomination to the Lord.
So you are saying that the Bible is very, very clear there. Even the person who is not the brightest person can understand that. That is very clear what the Bible is saying. Okay.
Yeah. There is no ambiguity in it. It is not one of those issues, it's kind of up to varying types of interpretations. That matter is broken down clear.
Clear.
A man shall not lie with another man as a man lies with a woman.
Right.
It's a no upon that. No way. It is inexcusable. It is never justified.
Right.
But nonetheless, we understand that it happens. Now, that's a different issue. And I can always talk around, and we can talk around rather why it happens, how people go through it, and they're human, and yet we understand what they may be feeling. We're not denying all of that. And
right.
We can look at that.
Right.
But that don't make it right. I am a thief. I'm a poor. I'm in a hunt of food. I'm a thing them hungry. And boy, they just have to take the thing to feed them. We understand it, but it doesn't make the thing right.
Okay.
Where I have a difficulty is those who wanting to suggest that it is right. it is okay, and that God created us to function like that. That's where I have serious problems.
Okay, but one of the arguments they make is, Reverend Miller, just a second. We just need to take a quick break and come right back to you, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, we'll be right back, people. Yeah, man, welcome back up in our sitting. And I don't know how to mix up and blend up program right here. So with me, the king of mix up, Ragashanti. It's Gospel Tuesday and right smack in the middle of a discussion with our honored guest today, the Reverend Al Miller. We're very happy to have our Reverend Miller with us to share some of his insights and wisdom and knowledge on the matter of gay marriage with us. And of course, he's giving us his from his perspective as a member of the clergy. Reverend Miller.
Yes.
I'm sure you're aware that there are a plethora of studies that have been constantly coming on over the years that are alleging that there is a biological basis for the incidence of homosexuality in both men and women and so forth. Along those lines, many gay people have made the argument that if they were born gay, then they are also God's creation. And if they were born gay, they should be entitled to all the benefits that heterosexual have because they were born gay.
Yeah.
So I just saw them tandem can't change. And so they shouldn't be denied the opportunity for marriage. What do you think about that line of reasoning right there?
Well, an argument, the argument weak, because immediately you're making some indictments about God. How could God create you that way? And he is the God who says that that behavior is reprehensible, and anyone who participates in that behavior, and please make us just clarify the statement I'm about to make, was on the Old Testament law in that time and era. But it said anyone who practiced such things was to be cut off. So there is a clear contradiction with that God made you that way, and therefore, and yet God says that if anyone who is that way and carry out that activity must be cut off. So there is no such thing.
So essentially, what you're actually saying then, no matter what science claim that it has that it has unraveled or find out, now or in the future, you will not accept it based on that contradiction that you just identified, where God cannot condemn homosexuality and then at the same time create a human being gay.
But precisely. And then we can go into other arguments. Now, the fact that it happens, then it must mean there are other reasons. And that is sometimes a dialogue which I never hear anybody engages, simply because we do not understand the spirit realm and how it interfaces.
Other reasons? What are you referring to there when you say other reasons?
Like, for instance, I would not rule out, rather, that someone could feel they were born that way. But I'm saying no, he wasn't born that way. But the propensity to sin and evil is inside of all men. But the fact that all men, therefore, are born sinners. So within that context, the person can say, of course, I had that propensity. But so does all men. But it is how you manage and order any propensity you may have. Because one thing is strong in the scriptures is man must take responsibility for his life. And that's a fundamental principle. But
along those lines then, Reverend Miller, it is always a choice then.
Always a choice.
It's always a choice. And based on what you just said, no matter what any gay person tell you about biology and how them feel from them born and them look a bit, you are saying it's always a choice. And the argument you're using is that we're born in sin. So let's use another analogy here. You're saying that anybody can kill, but you must control yourself when they come to your choice, whether or not you're going to kill your boss. So you're saying along the same lines, homosexuals and lesbian, you're saying it's a choice they're making.
It's a choice they are making.
And it's a sinful, are you saying it's a sinful, incorrect one too? That's what you're saying?
No, repeat that.
And you're saying that choice is wrong. It's a sinful, incorrect choice.
incorrect choice.
Okay,
But
okay.
people will make those choices.
Okay.
There is another factor that is not often considered or we don't talk about, and I will just throw it in as a wild card. This will take a whole lot of time to talk. We have come to discover that a lot of these kind of excessive behavior, and before I make the point, let me make one more scripture, because the one I refer to was Old Testament, and there are some folks that say, oh, that was the Old Testament. What about the New Testament?
Okay.
The New Testament says with absolute clarity that because men will not reckon with the law of God and choose to obey and follow the principles of the law of God in their social and human interactions, God will turn them over to a reprobate mind that will make them do things which are unnatural, such as man with man, woman with woman, working that which is unnatural to law or unnatural to natural law.
Reverend Miller, could you just read that again, please? Just read that again.
I'm
First of all, could you tell me? No, could you just tell me where that scripture is located
That's
also?
Romans 1.
Romans 1.
It's Romans 1.
Okay,
yes.
could you just just tell us, restate it again, please?
And the essence of it saying is that because men, that our world would come to a point where evil would so dominate, that men will refuse to obey and follow the principles of the Word of God, which is fundamentally loving neighbor as you love yourself. And caring for each other. And because we reject that principle and become more concerned, pleasure-seeking, to love ourselves more than we love others, then it says it will get so bad that God says He will turn them over to a reprobate mind, and that kind of thinking that will cause men to work that which is unnatural by men lying with men and women with women and other forms of such unnatural behavior. Because the scripture says it is unnatural.
But Reverend Miller, I listened to what you just said and what it seemed to be saying. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But what I discerned from what you just stated is that it is saying that God laid on some laws and some rules about how we're supposed to live loving and certain rules that we're supposed to obey. And that some people just want stubborn and disobey God. And that when them people insist on being stubborn, that is they're exercising their choice as your choice to be stubborn. God will just turn them over to all manner of abomination, including homosexuality and lesbianism.
Precisely. That's what the Word of God says.
So is it saying that God will just turn them in a gay and homosexual and say, hey, all right, you don't condemn because you really not come around and I've been trying with you and you not come around, so we're going to just condemn you to homosexuality and lesbianism. Is that what it says?
That part a little strong, but the principle is correct. He says, since that's the choice you are making, then fine, but you will suffer the consequences of those choices.
But Reverend Miller, we understand that God punishes, but I mean the way that states, some people listen to that, and it is some people would probably ascribe a degree of callousness and insensitivity and intolerance to God there, which raises the possibility that it might be a misinterpretation of God. Does it sound that way?
That's the mistake that people make, you see, because they say, oh, God is love. No, man, God is a God of vengeance and judgment in a wrap-up. Because the truth is, you cannot have love without justice.
Hold on. God is a God of vengeance and
judgment.
And judgment.
Yes.
So God take revenge then.
Yes, man. And God said, that is why I'm saying we mustn't take revenge. But He said, leave that to me, man.
Because we just not get to that, because if we are the students in the eyes of God and God take revenge, why say nothing wrong then if a man go shoot up an next man? Eh?
No. Well, I'm glad we clarify. He says, no, you leave all vengeance to me. And why God says that is, He says, look, even because I am just, because one of the throne of God is established on His justice. So He is going to guarantee justice, yet rooted in the principle of love. So He says, because we not loving as we should, He can totally leave the justice issue for we to take it, because we will take personal, rather than love be what drive it. It is anger is what drive it.
So hold on. Is the existence of homosexuals and lesbians evidence of God's vengeance?
Oh, Raga, you have put word in my mouth.
I'm just going by what you just saying. So we
I'm not true. That's true. The fact is,
what is true? What is true? What is true? What is true?
It is true that it is evidence of the presence of God's judgment. No question.
Oh, Reverend Miller. Reverend, even people who are opposed to homosexuality and so forth will probably listen this and they probably say, but Reverend Miller, you don't think that's a bit of a stretch there, to say that, to reason the thing to that point. You don't think so?
No, but that's not the only thing. So it is, God's attitude to it, is no different than the same approach he takes to all other forms of evil. You see, although he does take a stronger line, there are one or two things that God takes a stronger line on in our human interaction than he does on others, which homosexuality is one of them. Murder is another one of them.
Right.
Rape. Those three areas are areas which God says, look, deal with those resolutely. Don't allow it to flourish among you because it will destroy you.
Oh, okay. You're saying that some things are way more serious than some. And rape and murder is similarly as bad as being homosexual or a lesbian.
Well, precisely.
Okay.
Because it has the same root and accomplishes the same end. So whereas the sin is not what is one sin better than one sin, but the consequences and more so the effects on a society makes it of such that God says, stamp it out. Don't allow it to flourish because that's the very thing that will wipe you out.
But Reverend Miller,
you're destroying life.
Okay, Reverend Miller.
Remember, Raga,
yeah.
Homosexuality, is a challenge to life, Where God says
homosexuality is a challenge to life. Hold on. Homosexuality is a challenge to life. That's a statement you just. That's a powerful statement. But you see, when I hear you use phrases like stamp it out and so forth and things like that, then this kind of religious interpretation of it and this kind of equating it with murder and rape and giving people's intolerance and resistance and, to rape and murder, then it kind of makes sense why the people treat homosexuals and lesbians the way they do. Which then brings up our next question as a member of the clergy. What would you say to the Jamaican people that stamp it out mean? Given that you have people who say kill all gay people and kill all whatever. Given that you're a man of God, and given that people say murder of the dead, what would you say? Yes, put that in context.
Put that in context. We must bear in mind that no form of execution of judgment is our individual responsibility. The only people who must execute judgment is those who have the seat of authority to do so, which in our context, it is legitimate government. They are the ones who have the legal right because the scripture says governments represent God's authority in the earth to carry out judgment to ensure that order and justice.
Reverend Miller, stop right there, because you can't tell we say our governments have been functioning in this country, that they have been representing God.
Unfortunately, they don't. We don't always do what we should. Because even when we say that, here is why people misunderstand Scripture. Here is why people misunderstand Scripture. It is not the people in government who are right, because it is government that has the responsibility. In other words, the office of government, which is an authority that represents God's authority. But the persons in the office are not necessarily God's choice and chosen. And they are very often not obeying God's law themselves.
Okay.
So we're not talking about the individual here.
But it's just the office, the institution itself, you're saying.
The institution.
It's supposed to function in that manner where it's representing the principles of God. But that sometimes people go in it and they corrupt it. And they subvert it and they breach it.
Precisely.
Okay.
And that is why we must get rid of those too. Vote them out. And look for people who will represent what right and justice and truth, because those are the pillars upon which society must be built. And those who are not committed to it, we should never vote them in.
So what these homosexuals and lesbians supposed to do? Who claim now? And we're getting on to the end of this thing. Who claim that there are certain institutional rights accorded to people by virtue of marriage, and that presently they are in unions that do not allow them to access those by law. And if they are to survive and provide for their children and their dependents and children who they adopt. No, children who they adopt. No, what I mean, children who they adopt and so forth. And if they have a partner and them dead, but them don't want the government and people to go take with them some, so they want to leave it to their meat or whatever. They can't do it like marriage and so forth. When they're in the workplace and so forth, they're not accorded the same rights, that married people get. Them can't go NHT and go to get so and so thing based on marriage. What's your response to that?
Well, that is now we go back to the issue about stamp it out.
Yeah.
That the principle here, or I would say the word of God, we must not go down, lick down the homosexual and beat him and kill him. No. We wrong.
Oh, you said nobody must go. They're going to talk about them for lick down, gay and kill gay and them. You said that is wrong. And wrong in the sight of the Lord too. That's what you say.
Wrong in the sight of God and in the sight of
In other words, that is not what you mean when you say stamp it out.
No, sir.
Right,
That's
okay.
what I'm about to explain.
Right.
Because we must love them. I work with gays and lesbians, bro. You have them all in a church, No, make not up in the Lord,
No, me know that long time.
Them all in a church.
Yes, sir.
And I work with them and love them like everybody and help them to work it through, those who want to.
Okay.
Those who don't want to know is a different thing. You have to say to him, no, step aside, because him going to contaminate the rest. Because that's why God says it is dangerous, because it is contagious in nature, because it is a spirit ragga, which was the point I wanted to make for you when I say it's a dangerous side people don't talk about.
Right.
That homosexuality, lesbianism, it's a natural action, but driven by a spirit. And this is why people feel that they can't help it, because a spirit takes moves upon them, and wouldn't need more time to explain it, but they are influenced by a spirit that drives them, and that's why they get the feeling as if they cannot control it.
No. Okay, wait. When you say, usually when people use the term spirit and they venture over into supernatural constructs, no, the spirit, the colloquial or the more indigenous equivalent of spirit is something along the line that it's almost, and you correct me if I'm wrong again, that it's demonic.
It is demonic.
Papa Jesus. Well on the Reverend Miller. Are you saying it's a demonic thing to be gay and a lesbian, whatever? That's a demon are working at them. A dope are working at them, this no Reverend Miller. Eh?
Every one of them who come to me, I can cast that devil out of him. And
hold on, the Reverend. Reverend Miller, hold on, Reverend Miller, correct me if I'm wrong. What I hear you saying, Pupati, what I hear you saying is that if a homosexual man or a lesbian come to you, your understanding is that there's some demonic influence, demonic spirit at work inside of them. And part of the way you can cure them of this terrible disease that you perceive that they have is to cast out, through some form of religious ritual, cast out the dope out of them, the demon out of them that is causing this, and help them to reach a point where they will be essentially cured. Is that what you say?
Boy, Raga, you see, you forget me not trouble, but are true. Because those who we have worked with and who have really overcome it, every one of them, you have had to minister deliverance and cast out that thing. Then you have to work on all the other stuff, to work on their mind, them to deal with the behavior. You have to do all those things.
Fascinating.
The root of it is a spirit. The research has shown in Raga that nearly all, the higher percentage, well over 80-90% of males who become homosexual were molested in their youth, and that's when they were exposed to that spirit, and hence they feel a compulsive behavior overtake them, because you expose them to it. Affects you like addiction. It is similar as you would on coke or on alcohol. And when you take, that's why it is wicked and dangerous to mess up a kid. When you take children, whether it is the priest do it, or any pastor do it, or it is parents to their children, from that age, you have released that spirit and opened them up to that thing, and then it becomes a compulsion that overtakes them. They find it hard to deal with it. And the research has shown that. Now, that is what the scientist is not understanding, the spiritual side, when they do research and say you were born that way. Not realizing that it is not physical or mental, as it is spiritual.
Oh. Reverend Miller, well, needless to say that the reaction to this is going to be quite varied. I'm sure you can anticipate that.
Of course.
But you have never been a man who was afraid of controversy, and you have what?
If we only have to talk the truth.
So you speak what you believe to be the truth. Okay. Just before we have to leave, but just before you go, Reverend Miller, and you know it's a mix-up show and so forth and thing. And I'm sure you must be aware by now that they have given you a certain name. Them call you driver. Then call you transporter and so forth and thing.
Don't stop at all.
What they call you what? Don't stop at all. Them say driver, don't stop at all.
Don't stop at all.
Right. And them two transporter have three moving now. Them say you are transporter 4 and so forth. I have spoken to you on several occasions, and people don't know you're a man of a very healthy sense of humor and so forth. I think like that. How are you taking all this caricaturing of you and this cartoonization of you as a transporter with the accompanying allegation that you flouted the law in some ways and that you should not have done that? And so, you didn't? I know that there's some limitations here because you can't speak on the matter because it's in court.
I can't speak on the matter now, but
how you deal with all them things? Them I give it to you and I call it transporter 4 and then something.
First, let me just say on the other side that, look, some folks say I shouldn't do that because they don't understand, and I can't explain everything now. But our job as Christians is to love all men. It's
highly intolerant and quite resistant to spiritual reasoning. Given that reality, it would appear then that you're in some trouble there, with respect to getting them to understand where you're coming from as a member of the clergy who say love everybody, even if them are the wickedest gunman or the biggest don or whatever. They might be somewhat intolerant.
And the truth is, our spiritual lives, our spiritual reality will sometimes run counter to, as you said, Western civilization thought pattern. And it might put us into conflict with it. But we still have to live with it. And it means we might be persecuted. We might even be killed. But that's what happened to Jesus. It's what happened to all the prophets. Then we just have to take the licks, but we still must do what is right. That's the only obligation we can do. And we may suffer for it, and we must suffer gladly and still continue to love even those who persecute you. So that side of it I can handle that way. Now the other piece you're saying there with all these things, the guys go, look man, it's sweet me man, look man, humor is necessary for life. Sister says, good laugh is like a good medicine.
Sure.
And people take
talk on the things, Reverend Miller. Laugh is a good medicine.
Upset me.
You just laugh off of them things that Jamaican people that never gonna make fun of things, and boy, we don't even pay that no mind. That's what they thought.
No, sir, we have to have little fun. I have no problem with it, sir. Me look at it and laugh.
Boy, when I see the picture of them on the internet, me I tell you, Reverend Miller, I pop up because the picture of them are go hard.
Me myself pop up, me laugh. Them man, you're back.
Yeah.
Give credit, man. Give credit. It's not to get upset about. As a matter of fact, you want me to give you ad that I want to sell to then go to club and me after this. But I want to sell it to a certain station.
Yeah.
No, me better not tell you upon here, it's too bad. Tell you. But me decide in my own laughing at it.
Right.
That we could really make over this issue.
All right.
Another time. On bait for that.
All right. Reverend Miller, thank you so much for joining us today on our Gospel Tuesday and our Religious Mix-Up and speaking with us on the matter of gay marriage and the accompanying dynamics associated with that issue. Thank you so much for talking with us today. We really appreciate it.
And I ask you to encourage Raga on your program. Please don't let people, just children, if you want to carry on your homosexual behavior as an adult, but don't mess up with it with them.
Okay.
That is where we want you to beg the audience, not trouble the people there.
Don't trouble the
because
people.
you destroy their lives. You wreck their lives, man.
Right.
I don't know if you saw the program with Oprah Winfrey recently.
No.
She had a program where she had 200 men on the program, and the man them wept like babies. They talk about how they were abused as children and what it did to them, and the shame of what it had done to their lives.
Boy, we have to talk about that next time, Reverend Miller, because we run out of time and thing. But the point you're making is that you don't agree with it, but at the end of the day, if they're going to continue with it, they should take care not to, influence children along those lines.
That's right. And we must encourage that, and we must speak against it. And people who trouble the people, then we have to deal with them.
All right, then, Reverend Miller.
Outside of the church. Because, like we said, when we say put a stop to it, it really meaning the laws. We should not make laws to encourage it.
Right.
And let them think the behavior is right.
All right, then, Reverend Miller.
We say it is not right.
Okay, then, Reverend Miller. Blessings and respect here.
All right, guys.
And do take care. Proper respect.
Good.
Lesbian mix up. Me sound the calling and arrange things. I'm afraid of people. Oh, good afternoon.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
Yes, Raga. Afternoon. Lesbian mix up the girl.
Sit down.
Yeah, we live in this area, St. Catherine here.
Yeah.
This girl live with her baby father, and she have 2 people with him.
Yeah.
She did live for long, about 3 years or 5 years or so. She left now until she go to live in Baroque and Mobile. She got on Mobile.
No one go live one. Do one what? Wait, one what kind of work?
Live in Baroque.
Live in
You know,
Baroque.
you stop in, man, and you do Baroque for 1 week. And you stay down in a country, like you can come that long a month to go behind them place.
Oh, honestly, no, well, you know, some never know about that, honestly. You just teach me something. I know living helper work. I never hear about living bar work. I never hear that
yet.
yet.
Have living back in the work week on a week off, or you work 2 weeks straight, or you work the month.
Oh, Zane, Janu, I never know about that. But thank you for telling me, because you educate me about something right there. So, yeah, go on, talk.
Yeah. And then now she done them about for 2-3 months now. A baby father can't see her, baby father can't see her come. So he carry the pit and then go get her father, because she left her father down here. Her father live alone down there, but he don't have nothing, man. But he will take care of the pit and them still. So her father carry the pit and them to his grandfather and down there with him. But about when Olivia come up now, when you look, if the girl come back, but when she come back this time, she not come back as a girl, she come back as a man, Raga.
What you mean she come back as a man? What you mean?
Raga, if you don't know her, I saw her look for her good, you think I want hot boy. I know the hot boy broke themselves, Raga.
Oh, yeah.
They want to bleach out and look good.
So she look man. She look like a man. She look like a man.
She used to be one of the hottest girl in our district, you know, she love dance and them something, and she climb dance, speaker box and them something, and wind up herself.
Yeah.
So she's at for a long time, but she turned over to a man, Raga, and she come with a woman in our district. And Raga, we live in a district right now in a fine stone. Every week somebody dead. Every week you have a funeral, Raga.
Well, 1 second. 1 second. We do a time signal. Don't move a mouse. We could do a time signal. Yeah, go and talk. So she come back as a man and without this is a woman. This is a woman who left the town with her baby father and her picnic. And she come back look like a man and bring a woman.
And she used to beat any girl for her baby father. Any girl try to take her baby father, Raga, she beat them big war because she love war.
Yeah.
So when she come back, now she come back with that woman and dress up like a man, Raga, and have felt at and then something there, man boot clocks and you know them kind of jeans that they wear and marrying and something with that belt like the big buckle with all
backside, you know. It's like she just broke out.
Yes, Raga, when she did it with her man, Raga, every week, no, we're not, when she did it with her girlfriend now and she has the man. Every week, every week, then they I want night. Every week, then they all set up and then they set up them and wind up and go on with their antics and go on. And our baby father still live in her area and she not care, she not give a damn. 1 week before last, now we go on night. Me and a friend are not in a Raga. When we go on night now, week before last, me and my sister, girl come and call to me, so me look my left, me look my right, because me and a friend. Yeah, are you me at all? I said, well, me? Yeah. But I said, all right. And she said, boss, come here. I'm to my sister. I said, what she think about to come and call to me?
No, but how she called you? Okay, you know what? Hold on. How she called you? How she called you?
Like she said, what? But me look, because I know me and a friend, so me look my left and me look my right. And she, in the setup, you know, I got the antics and wind up and I go on, you know.
But I never look, it's never lookings heel she give.
No, mad, no girl can't cut your brother. I do when she calls me, Raga, I want to wet her up with the liquor. But to my man, they and me, Raga, I know I'm straight, but I wear myself. If you want to girl call to me, Raga, I want to throw the Guinness pan her. Remember me tell her, Raga, you're mad. No girl can't smile with me.
So wait, so no, so she leave her baby father with the pitney them, go work for a while, come back looking like a man, bring her woman with her, and then all a flash around the place now with her woman and be things wind up, and
then again, she change her woman them actually every week to Raga.
Okay.
She change her woman them every week, Raga, and she no care, she no give a damn.
So what about the pitney them and the baby father?
Raga,
yeah.
I all know at the father have the pitney them, Raga, and sometimes the pitney them go far, she there, and she, me say me can't believe the girl have no ambition, she girl have the pitney them a come there with she go with her foolishness. You know, some mother wouldn't do them something in front of them, pick me and set for an example.
No, but in a fear mind, you know, if she ever come out that way, then, you know, she ever think say nothing wrong with it. She ever think say just like our man and woman there, she a fear woman, so she there with fear woman, and nothing wrong if her pick see that she ever think.
But Raga, she must have sense, Raga. She must have sense, Raga, and know say God not really, well, me not really go down another party, but God not really. God no want that to happen. God, it's not the Bible said that to a woman that shouldn't go to another.
No, hold on. Don't know. Yesterday, we want to say big up to the woman who called and she was very honest with what she think. She said a straight woman she there with. She said she had 23, from she had 13. That's not an age to be sexually active. But she said from she had 13, she had take woman and it's only woman she want and she live with that woman. But she was also saying that she knew that it's wrong. She kept saying that, but that is what she wanted to do because that's how she happy and that's how she find fulfillment, etc. However, me and you, hold on. Me and you know say she's an exception, don't it? Me and you know say most of them gay people don't believe say what them are do wrong. So if them don't believe say what them are do wrong, then it's understandable when them not have no problem. I show it to them picnic. If them believe say no wrong, you understand where I come from?
Yeah, I understand.
I feel them reasoning that, and you're reasoning that, you know. But I feel them reasoning because from them say them not do nothing wrong. Then if them not do nothing wrong, them not have to hide it from them picnic. And that's where them I come from. You understand?
I understand, yes.
But it sound like you grieve about it, so the picnic them nothing to see them flex there.
Yeah, you're mad, man. Thinking of to them something because children live what them learning, Raga. Remember that, you know, where the children they learn, I saw them grow up and become, you know, most of them, you know. So that's not right.
So you feel, so you say picnic, so you say picnic, say, a whole heap of gay people are free up, them more likely to become gay too?
Yeah, 90% of them.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Because when you're young, you know, you adapt certain principles and certain lifestyle, you know. When you're young.
But you hear about this whole heap of lesbianism where like go on what's prevalent in the high schools and all that.
Sorry. We go ice.
All right, wait, stop for a second. Tell her when we're back on. Tell her where everything good? Yeah, we're good. All right, yeah, man, sorry. We no call the name man. No, man, we no call the name of the high school here. Yeah, but you say you have whole heap of nieces. What tell you about things that go on at school and where you here out there? Where you here?
Them not five students them come in and says girl at school and them run school and them run certain girl and they have certain girl and they go on like them a man and only for something.
Oh, okay.
And then war boy and there's something there and we're foolish and something. I really listen to them and I follow them something because I'm not interested in that there's something there.
It goes so. All right, the respect for that mix up there, yeah?
Yes, sir. I want to big up the man when laugh on his fast feet drop out, yeah.
No, for that go on. Yeah, man, protection. Yeah, man, to the phone lines we go. Good afternoon, Mixup An Blenda. Greetings.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, yes, Raga. I have favorite listener for the program and thing, and yesterday a little big thing reached me.
A little big thing reached you? All right.
A big thing reached me. Right now, I got one suit from my back that woman leave me with. When me there for over 3 years. Yes, I'm going to work, you know.
Yeah.
I'm going to get phone calls, said, woman, I move out of my yard with everything out of my house. And then I come home, I look at my house, everything gone. My fridge, my TV, my dirty clothes, dirty underpants, everything, my birth paper, everything.
Well, on there. Tambourine! Well, on there. A real thing you tell me, a joke thing.
Raga, you not tell her, this is a joking thing. Right now, I tell me about Rose Stone. That anybody can call and tell you, I'm not joking, not tell her, Raga.
Yo, so when you come, hold on. When you come home and you open your door, echo would have kill you, though.
Raga, the place dark and Raga.
Careful of the background. Yeah.
Raga, listen to me. Everything left in my house. I just some old clothes that we got under the mattress. Women know wear for years.
So what you tell me? Say she gone with all your dirty clothes and all your underwear and
dirty clothes, my dirty underpants, shoes, everything. I got my birth paper, every single thing. Every movie, DVD, we got some little ties, some little car, some of everything gone. My glass thing, them to look up everything. I'm gone, or Spanish Town. So more anybody who was Spanish Town hear this and thing and see this person who come there yesterday, one slim black girl, 35-year-old and thing, move kind of one chop. And them say them let us know open lot and thing. So one car and I know what I go on.
Well, I make we so that one right now. What you want to do that makes you make? And what you do? Tell me the God truth. What you do makes you make that move the prime? Because you can't just get up and move, so. What you do?
Listen to me. Listen to me. Yesterday, she had me there, this woman.
Yeah.
Who's the one that accused me of burning her. And me, the man, me just straight up, man. Me dependent thing there. You hear me?
So you tell me, say you're not born her. You're not born her in 3 years you're there with her.
No, Raga. Raga, me not born her.
Not even one time.
No, Raga.
All right. Hold on, man. All right, which girls you think say you did that born her with?
Yeah, I know. My dream. I'm talking to my place. So most of the time, I dream, I'm call some names. So every name I call, my accuse my face.
What you say? What you dream? You call woman name in your sleep?
Yes.
So every name you call, she say, you're not one there, Pam.
She say, every name I call, if I go to bed and call she woman name, me and them there.
You ever call Portia name?
No,
okay, okay, differently. Pan a different level, though.
Yeah.
As she alone move out, she did have a link.
Raga, I don't know, but some people in the yard, they chat to the woman on Sunday night. Because Sunday night, I may not get up and thing, I'm going and she got some stuff in our family yard. They got an empty room in the yard and live. So she tell me, so I move the stuff from my mother yard in the empty room. For me, piece of that she got do. And think some help out the man and think and bring stuff them over the yard and leave her with stuff them in the yard. So believe that she got put them in the empty room. And me get phone calls to check a come down from up on my yard with all of the things them, Raga. Mr. Raga, me leave from Barbican and Road, because Barbican me work and thing,
And when you say Roadstone?
Yeah, Roadstone.
So you shot it? Yes, so you shot it from Barbican and gone down the Maxi, gone on that. Yeah.
You see, just to come down and thing, and them come down, looking at them house, Raga, only house dark.
Yeah.
You turn on the light, everything they are gone. Just some mattress and some little old dirty clothes they are gone and thing.
Oh, so she left the mattress. She left your mattress there, though.
Yeah, so last night I just mattress up a bounce it on the floor.
Yeah, but I can't believe she gone with all the dirty clothes, yo.
Raga, some more of the people more Spanish town, Raga, listen, to turn off right on the road in front of the hospital, right, and stuff like that, so. In Kerry, we around, and we open lot. Somebody must see them good thing they
Hold on. Tell you, when you say they turn off, the road right in front of the hospital, go up next to the prison. Somewhere up there, so then go. You know what, me lot. Okay, so what you want people for do now?
Want anybody who see the truck yesterday can call in and leave them number, guys. I got the police station yesterday, and they said I got receipt and thing, and receipt, that woman take my receipt and something like that. I can't really got the thing that type in our bag, all them things they gone. And the two receipts I find for my TV and my component set. That's the whole two receipts I find. So more them can call in, who see them go away, they know supposed to there. Could I call the police or call me back so we can get there in time?
No, man, you have to give them a number for call. You have to give them a number for call.
Yeah, 395-7609.
What that?
395-7609.
All right. My telephone now, people are going to call your number with a whole heap of fools. All right, but hold on. People are going to call your number with a whole heap of foolishness. I'm at telephone now, so woman are calling and don't answer. No, but what me answer, in the mix though, somebody may call you from Spanish Town and really give you the on.
Eh?
She got with all I see. Yo, me know how you feel now here, but she shell dog the place, but now. She go hard.
I know what I want to carry. I need me stop them.
So when you get that phone call, and immediately you get that phone call and you make a move now, where you in your mind?
Raga, listen to me. As me get the phone call, me drop everything.
Yeah.
People wash and I wash some food for me. We work place, not run and jump on a tractor and try to make it reach down here and try to find out what I go on. I'm shocked when my boss my door, I'm not see my fridge. As I do my door, me can't see my fridge.
Oh.
I'm not see my fridge. I'm going at the bedroom, I'm a TV, I'm a component and the place, rocks, everything there is going. I'm a business man.
Gone with your fridge and your TV. If your book, I got it off help.
My phone a beep off, you know.
Your phone a beep off. People in my ear, who knows you me all beat all a woman who say, yo, come and make me buy your fridge, you know. Auntie or whatever. You never know. But you say at the road in front of Spanish Town Hospital and turn up that road there.
Yeah. Go
but you don't know which part else after that them turn up.
Definitely which part, but the chop man say she stopped him at one big open lot to one big gate, one big open lot and thing. So somebody must see them look play that.
Well on, so you know the chop man who carry her?
Yes, but the chop man say free to go back there, guys, look get the ear back people there and look away there.
Yeah, well, certain ends in that Spanish store you can't roll in, so you know. And you don't even know what is our link for go up there, you know, if it's a woman link or a stepper link, you see me? So you have to watch your back, head back certain way, you understand? Because you could all go up there and hear a man say, yo, I may run this now, you know. May I keep your fridge. I may I keep your seasoning. No, but John, I can't believe she take your dirty clothes and the seasoning. She go hard, yo. Yo, anyway, we just hope something can build back out that drama, you see me?
Raga, I know how to build back. I'm more just my stuff them need. Just my stuff them need right now.
All right, it goes up.
I could go buy back all them thing there. I mean, a young youth, just number 20s.
Young youth, I try. Rose down the link and everything. All right, now say a word here.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself and thing.
Yeah, man. Safety and protection. To the phone lines, we go Lesbian Mixup or any other sample Mixup. One have is a Mixup entertainment show. A sort of thing set. Talk up. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
First time caller, long time listener.
All right.
So Raga, 3 weeks ago, I go already, you know. From the day that Anna come in, Raga,
yeah.
She don't stop look for me.
Uh-huh.
Then the service over everything, you know, I reach a reception.
Yeah.
Then, whatever. She don't stop smiling me, you know. Somebody and give a toast to the bride now.
Yeah.
But they and give a toast to the bride now, everything. When the reception over, the girl come touch up on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Ask me, are you a bisexual or lesbian? I say, Raga, I have to tip up the girl and make sure I was straight like that because I love woman. I say, furthermore, if I lesbian, I don't want you because you stay bad.
Oh, whoa. She never stay right at all.
I say, Raga, she stay bad, she cranny.
Okay. So why she come up to you and ask anything if you're bisexual or lesbian?
I don't know. I say, Raga, from the girl stop smile with me. I say, I wonder.
You did smile back with her?
No. But I smile with her from I love woman.
But one of the, but anyway, so you just tell her, so you deep up on her and tell her the things them and make sure know. Okay, and then what?
And she did attack and till more than I must start cause my friend know and tell her say if she don't know so must straight like that so she go and tell the girl say me a lesbian.
Hold on, you never tell with that part there, no? Your friend go tell her say you're a lesbian?
Yeah.
Hold on. Why would your friend do such a serious thing?
I don't know. She come and tell me about a joke she run. So I have to cuss and go and bad the people in place. Right?
So hold on, your friend knows that she was the maid of honor in the wedding was a lesbian?
Yeah.
So your friend had to make mischief and go tell her say you a lesbian?
I must that show she had the Raga.
For she come move to you and cause drama?
Yeah.
Your friend is a little troublemaker, you know?
I'm not to tell you.
So you just make sure you know say you don't roll them with it?
Yeah, I have to make sure you know, yeah.
Okay. Then, and she cool with it after you tell her?
Yeah.
But her friend, she come in at the wedding and she start pre and I give the eyes them and say.
Yeah.
Clearly she want up your body, don't?
I tell you.
You see it, Dante, whatever. But this is a one-off thing as far as what you know about what going on. You don't know if woman be so bold out there or anything like that.
When I hear Raga.
Do you? This is a one-off thing. This is a one time you ever experience them thing there, hear about them thing, you don't?
Yeah.
You never hear about any other lesbian thing out there?
No.
Okay, all right, then we just check on thing. All right. I'm blessing.
Raga, where we go friend for live one night when I start beat her, man.
Eh? Big up what?
We go friend live one night when I start beat her, man.
Well, live where?
One night.
One night, over Portmore.
Yeah.
And she not stop beat her, man.
Yeah.
How she beat him?
Box up for that face.
She box up her man in her face?
Yeah.
What she box him up? What him do make she box him up?
When him not get no money.
When him not get no money, she box him up in her face?
Yeah.
Him soft?
No.
Him not soft?
No, I can't even eat that.
Well, him not soft, but him a idiot.
Yeah.
What the difference between soft and idiot?
But him does, him not really, you know.
What him do? A boy we can't defend himself and him just weak to her, or him just generally a idiot?
Well, him can't defend himself, but him just weak to she.
Him just weak to her. I one of them situations, him just weak to her.
Yeah.
That make him weak to her, so what? I love her, what?
But anyway, you know, maybe it's all she look.
What she stay right?
Yeah.
Sell off.
Yeah.
Shell down.
Yeah.
Up there.
But I tell you.
Mad. I think so. I'm weak to how she look and whatever, so him just hold couple back when she send them on.
Yeah.
So wait, as him get the look of money, then him have to bring it come here, though.
But I tell you, man.
A real thing.
Yeah.
Nah, but what him a low up the thing, though, him can't go on them here, because she don't respect him. She respect him?
She have the again, but you still have a call for her phone and I didn't so yeah.
I bet you she left him.
Yeah.
Don't it?
Yeah.
I tell her all the while, I tell people all the while, no care how a man good looking, no care how much money he have, no care how this and that. At the end of the day, a woman will just stay with a man. If a money she want, a money around, she will stay with him. If a sex she want and him start out chat, she will stay with him just for that and work with it. But if it's a relationship, no woman going to stay in a relationship with a man where she don't respect. They not do it. All when they try to do it and say, no, but the money are good, so they end up a sabotage it and whatever, because woman cannot deal with man who them cannot respect. And we him care for himself right and now she not respect him. So she must left him. You see it. But anyway, a blessings and respect here.
Alright.
It goes so.
Alright.
Here we go. Boom bang sitting, boom bang sitting, boom bang sitting. Great things. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
Good evening.
Yeah.
How are you?
Why may I give thanks and I have so much to be thankful for. I'm
Why?
blessed and I give thanks.
Me know say you're strong. But me respect you other day when a woman carry you over the limit and you back yourself, and I saw me know say you is very intelligent and you know when to place yourself and when to adjust certain things.
What you referring to?
No, last week, about 2 weeks ago, a lady was talking to you. And you say, well, a trouble you want to get me in here right you know. And she'd say, she love her husband, brother.
Uh-huh.
Just the figure and what you would look on. I see that you are strong.
Me not quite remember the way.
Yeah, no, you can't remember, because you no member.
Huh?
You must remember. Anyhow.
Okay.
Why do you woman have to go with all the seasoning? She's so desperate?
Hey, God. No, he's not desperate, you know. I think part of that is like teaching him a lesson. It's like she clean out everything. That's why I tell her, that matter they sound deeper to me. You know?
No, that
because
is more than that.
Yeah, man, more than whatever. Yeah.
That's something fishy I go on.
Yeah, man, because she definitely has spite him all dash your things and all them something.
Something fishy.
Gone with all them dirty clothes and all them things.
Something fishy. Anyhow, let me tell you something. You see Dranko, what we say a Dranko? Him is a very clean bird. Those birds are very clean and decent and intelligent, you know. Guess what happened now? When those birds see them food, no one else can touch it. The head one has to come first. And when the head one come, the small one, them keep a back.
Right.
You see him spread out him wing and him back, so them have to stay out.
Right.
So when he going to test it now, he make a first joke. He say, oh, if I never jump back, fat cover me. And when you see him back, then he go back again and he skip again. Then he go back now, and when him taste it, then the rest them can't come taste it. I saw him bless for him food.
Oh, I saw the Junko then roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you ask anybody a country, when a meat is there, no, the other one no trouble, you only see him big and fat, you know. So when him come, him spread out the wing and back and them go back.
Okay.
And when he make the first joke in your hearing go like this, Them say, him say, if I never jump back, fat cover me.
If I never jump back, fat cover me.
Right.
The Junko said that.
Junko said that.
Well on. The Junko don't really say that, you know.
He don't really say that, but you know, human being.
Okay, but that is what them say the Junko say based on the action of the Junko.
Right.
The Junko say, if I never jump back, fat cover me.
Right. And the puss. You ever know the reason why the puss cover MS?
No.
Okay. When it clean out one place and him put it down there, and when him put it down there and cover it up back, it's a reason why he cover it. Because children will take it for candy, because when it dry, paper candy for you.
Okay, there's some interesting ways to look on these things and whatever and so forth. All right, bless up for them
and,
there.
And that me call you for, you know. Me call you for Mr. Miller when Mr. Miller was talking to you a while ago. Right? Plenty people, they one side and criticize and have something to say. But guess what happened now? You see, every one of the churches, them, as long as they call crusade or little thing, you have a time when people stress and then come in there. And plenty of the time, the people, them, confess.
Yeah.
And in the crusade, people carry up gun and things like that. And turn it over to the police. That was Michael Manley command that if you don't want to take it to the police station, take it to the churches them.
So how that tie in with Al Miller now? How that tie in with...
No, what he's saying that people was criticizing that he carried the gunman. And then because he don't want to explain to you the reason why he carry him, I would have carried him.
From the perspective of the court, the matter is still in the court.
Right. People they one side and criticize this, that. But it's still happening. The lesbian thing, let me tell you something, Raga. You see the lesbian thing, I know certain things we are going. We take it simple, but it's serious because guess what? No. Because of poverty, poorness, plenty people are joining the group. Me not straying away. Me just depend on the one string. You remember Nebuchadnezzar? The man where they go eat the grass?
No, Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah, where go eat the grass?
Yeah.
Well, God did make that happen to him.
Oh, what? God didn't make Nebuchadnezzar turn gay?
No, eat grass.
Oh, eat grass.
Go eat grass. Right? And when you turn a lesbian or what have you, you don't have no latter part with nothing else. If you even say you come to your mind, it's still there.
Okay.
It's hard to shift around.
Okay, so when you even come around back and say your Lego that, you say it's hard for your Lego the lesbianism.
Right, it is still there. It's only few maybe let go, some don't let go. So that's why when I say you're going to church, you're easy if you come out more how you're going.
Okay.
Anyhow, me not take up no rest of people talking. And I'm glad to know so you still keep the fire burn. Me never get you over so because you was so occupied. But this evening me have to call you and heal you. Still hold up your head. Don't hold it down. Don't make nobody turn your back. Hold up your head strong.
Blessings and respect here.
All right.
And you take care, Jan.
Yeah, man.
Here we go. Good afternoon. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings, Raga.
Hello.
I'm calling to let you make a call for me because today's supposed to be my 1 year anniversary with my girlfriend. I get to find out that she's involved with somebody else Sunday when we go for the fair. Hold
on. Today is your 1 year anniversary with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay, and you were but Sunday gone you find out that she have an ex woman.
Yeah, because Sunday we go for the fair. Girl call her for me to go stay. They were there for my man.
No, hold on. We have to take a quick break and we'll come back. But you have got to talk up a little louder here when we come back, yeah?
I'm calling for the line too, Raga.
Okay, that would be a good idea. We'll soon far. Yeah, man, welcome back up in I sit now. We say mix up and blender straight, non-stop. Lesbian mix up or any other mix up. That's the topic we're going to rinse for the next 2 weeks. Yep. And we still have our caller online. Caller.
Yes, Raga.
So, you need to move away from the background noise there. We don't like background noise. We're not allowed to.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Sound better now?
No, we still are. Yeah, man, let's move. We're not supposed to hear background noise, yeah? Just for security reasons and stuff. We don't want something to say what we know.
I'm alone the woman then.
All right, then. So you say now, you're a lady and you have your girlfriend for a year now, your woman, and you did for celebrate your 1 year anniversary today, but Sunday, your ear says she have a next woman.
When I hear my final call, y'all come around church, I'll be a queen.
Who call you? Who call you? Your woman call you or the girl who she there with?
The girl. The girl.
Okay. She call you.
Huh?
Call you and I trace you.
Yeah, but one bag of things, I wanted to for my man. I said, for the day when I have my aunt PL car.
You say you never did it for your man?
Yes.
But which man she talk about?
No, my wife. No, my husband, my man here.
You what?
My man, the girl, the next girl.
So the next girl you refer to her as your man?
Yeah, my Aussie.
Are you Aussie? Oh, she had the Aussie and you are the wife?
Yeah.
So she as a woman, she had the butch though. She moved like the man?
Yeah.
And you are the femi?
Yeah.
Okay, so that new woman there who your butch woman there with no car.
Listen, I was from November, you know, and she claimed that she was from January.
Say that again? What that? What that?
He was from November, she was from January.
I don't understand what you just. Wait.
I was in her life from November.
From November?
Yeah, and she came in January.
January Ghana?
Yes.
Okay. So a long time, something then?
Yes.
Okay, but why? So why you
just no more time. Just no more time.
Oh, so that means your Aussie, who is a woman, did they with her for a good while then?
It said it was March that they had sex.
So in a March, them do the things then?
Yeah.
Okay, so them do the things. So she'll keep you and her next girl.
I just born my morning, she got my Aussie to tear up me and my baby picture.
She got your Aussie and tear up you and your baby. That she tear up you and the picture with the girl where you there with?
No, my daughter.
You have a daughter?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
2-year-old.
But a 3-year-old?
2.
2-year-old. You still in a things with your daughter, baby, your daughter father?
No, in this week, I'm sure 3 months from now, I look back this daughter.
Okay, but him this year wicked from your 3 months old.
Yeah,
so,
this month wicked, I look back.
Okay, but you used to talk to woman before?
No, just November gone.
So just November gone at the first day there with woman?
Yeah, listen, I'm going to tell you how me turn like this. I have a man, right?
Yeah.
I love him and things.
Yeah.
He did have a little problem.
Talk a little louder in iPhone, yeah? Yeah.
He did have a little problem, so he couldn't do nothing.
Yeah.
Me decided to want to cheat on him.
Oh, him did have a little problem, so he couldn't get for sort out, right?
Yeah.
So he was impotent. He was impotent.
Yeah, less than a minute.
Oh, okay. I'm just large, premature ejaculation. So, yeah, all right then. Yeah, and then what?
We decided to want to give him money to the other man.
Yeah.
And then we find this girl.
Uh-huh.
But never know say I don't love her auntie.
Okay.
I love her.
Okay.
Then no, my mama left because of her.
So, you say you left him causing this you?
We never left him. He couldn't do nothing. They said they love him. But when I just meet this girl, I find out I love she more.
So, okay. So, you're there with this youth. Hold on, you're there with this youth, all right?
Yeah.
And you're a man. But him have a problem with premature ejaculation. Him reach too quick. So, in a minute or whatever. So, you know because you want sexual fulfillment, you say, out of principle, you know want to burn him. Well, you know want to burn, because you love him, you know want to burn him with an next man.
Yeah.
So, you'd rather burn him with that woman?
Yeah.
So, this was the first time now you're going to pick up woman?
Yeah.
So, you pick up woman because you respect your man?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you never did expect for love her because you just go there for sex, right? But then you fall in love with her.
Yeah.
So what you consider yourself now? Are you a lesbian or a bisexual or what?
Right, I'm afraid of man. I'm straight.
You're afraid of man?
Mm-hmm.
No, but why you afraid of man? What him do for you afraid of man? What happened for you afraid of man?
Because I haven't been with one for more months.
No. Talk in the phone, darling. You're muffled, yeah.
Because a long time I don't have sex with a man.
Okay, so it's long time you don't start out with a man?
Yeah, I feel scared. Even when I say, I call, you know, my final look at argument, I say that by person, and then...
Hold on, talk in the phone, man. We can't hear what you're saying, you know.
Sunday when this happened,
Yeah.
I say I go back to my man.
Yes, okay.
Then I think I know, I say right now, I don't feel like I go back to him. You understand?
Yeah. Please. You see that background noise? There was somebody a shout out and thing. Just stay away from it because we don't want them to say nothing. You know what I say?
Okay. You understand me? I say no, no.
Yeah, because I say, boy, when time you get this by your girlfriend, you know, and thing, that thing, but go back to your man. But because you haven't been with a man so long, you say, boy, you're scared. But what I'm asking you, darling, there are a lot of women who like men, and they're scared to sleep with a man for different reasons. They don't know if the man are going to be loyal, if he going to still be nice after them sleep with them, or them for physical reasons, them probably not sleep with a man a long time, and them don't know if he going to be understanding, or them just afraid of the pain and all of that. But usually that is not a reason. Being scared of a man if you can't sleep with a man a long time, usually that is not a reason for a woman to say, okay, she's going to go straight with a woman. So you sure that is the only reason?
Yes, I'm a love the person. I'm a love that girl. I'm a love her all of my heart.
So you truly love her then? So is love then for this woman then why, you don't really love, talk it to you don't really love the man?
No more.
You don't love him anymore. The love what you feel for that woman, I know, you don't feel that for the man, eh? The love what you feel for that woman, I know, you don't feel that for the man.
No.
So how you going to manage now because she keep her next woman with you?
Well, that's why I wanted to call. Come in for know my position.
Wait, you want me for call her?
Yes, I get root to the number.
You get root the number already?
Yes.
All right, stay where you're there. We got root, call her right now. Wait, which one we are call? The one where you love, right?
Yeah, I'm going to call the next one to come watch the Noir position.
No, call her one. I could call the one where you love first and see what going.
But me want, alright, do you think?
All right, I could call the one where you love and then see what going.
The voicemail box.
Try it one more time again, Ruth. I make sure so we don't hear the number in our voicemail message and thing go over the radio and thing, because that is not our objective. We just want all our reasoning with her. And Ruth a call back the other lady right, you know. And
yeah.
And we'll see what go on.
Because the first day I tell me say them love me and this after at my Sunday, I'm afraid to understand it.
Okay.
I'm afraid to believe.
So, well, you never anticipate that she would have give you a bun, though?
No.
And she have bun you a long time?
Yes. I'm just trying to, because I say she want to keep it from me because I don't want my hurt and all of that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So, then tell me something, you know. The number just ring one time and I go straight to voicemail, yeah?
No problem there.
Because it sounds like you probably have the number there. You want to call the other girl?
Yeah, we're on the phone there.
All right, well, all right, we're going to take you off the line and make you give Ruth to the other number here. All right, Ruth, you take the other number from her. All right, yeah, I could see if we can call the other girl and so forth. Go hear them when the phone ring on. All right, quick now. Yeah, darling. Oh. Darling, tell her to go away from the noise. Them. Go away from the noise.
I want chocolate part.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, hello. Yes, man, I Ragashanti this. You know, so we are calling because a young lady called the show and she basically say, you take away her girlfriend from her, you call her phone and attack up the things them and she said she love her girlfriend and she did there with her girlfriend long before you and you come and you take her girlfriend from her and I call her phone and I load her up and thing. So we do have to hear your side of the story. Hello?
You can't stop lying.
Eh? We have the other person online. Okay. Then probably no one talk, you know, but call again. Then if they don't answer the phone, you know, so they know she don't want to talk, so I saw you think set and whatever. But you look like they don't want to talk. Yeah, hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, hello?
Hello?
Yes, hello?
Yes?
Yes, yes. Yeah, man. This is Ragashanti, all right? How you do? You all right?
Yep.
Yeah, man. No, we have somebody on the line and thing, and she said she have a girlfriend where she love dearly, dearly, dearly. And she said you take her girlfriend from her. She hang on. Okay, she don't want to talk. So leave that. Well, she don't want to talk, you know, my girl. She don't want to talk.
She not get him. She not tell her she not get him.
Huh?
She not tell her she not get him.
Me should have tell her she not get him.
Yeah.
So when you refer to your woman as him, right?
Yes, yeah, I'm okay.
A regular thing that amongst lesbian, like one we refer to the other one as our man?
The butch always like.
As the butch?
Yeah.
What may I say them, like, is a regular thing for like the femi refer to the butch as our man?
Yep.
Okay, like a natural talk that amongst lesbian?
Yeah, he's my husband for life.
Okay, then tell me something I know. You want...
Answer, come watch no real position as me now, and but much afraid of truth.
Okay, so you and her still do the things them right, I know?
Of course, Sunday gone.
Up to Sunday gone and do the things them, no?
Yeah, when we break up because the really far.
When you say when you break up, what you mean break up?
We walk out on him.
You walk out on her?
Yeah.
After you do the things them?
Because the person start calling time they want this thing.
Cause what?
The person call I want this thing. I get the rest thing about it not too. She call me for me in the bus. But hey girl, you're lucky you're gone. I say you're lucky it takes so long for come because I never know that we find you.
Oh, because when you did there with your Ozzy, the woman who you there with, she did a call the phone.
Yes.
So your girlfriend, your woman who you there with, she did answer the phone and I talk to her?
No, I want answer. I mean take it to her answer.
Are you take it to her answer it, and when you answer it, what she said to you on the phone then when you there with her?
Oh, you never have no time for your man. I'm a dead female, whatever, I say you because I'm an auntie El Pada.
Oh, can you say yeah, I'm what?
Unpaid helper when I'm not around.
Oh, okay. So she, of course, you know, I say you never did it for your woman and thing and whatever and so forth. And she, so in other words, she say you're not a good woman for her. And that she did it for her. And then you done her back and say, yeah, because you're an unpaid helper.
Yes, honestly, I can't make it done every week. So whenever I'm not there, I don't have a problem. But don't come out.
Okay. So as far as you're concerned, you want to stay in your relationship with your girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
But your girlfriend are bunny with the next girl, suppose
behind my back.
Behind your back. So you believe that she really love you and the other one are your matey?
Of course.
Okay, all right then. And you're gonna stay with your woman then, right?
Yeah, but we want them answer the phone, but them no answer.
But tell me something now. Tell me something now. You say your daughter, your daughter 2 year old?
Yeah.
Okay. But your relative them know say you're there with she?
Nope.
Nobody no really know.
People know I go through a lot, but it's not like them see me with nobody and not like that.
People know say you go through a lot, but them not really know say.
Me. Them say, but them don't know.
Them say what?
I'm still like that.
Them say you're lesbian, but them don't. But them not have no proof.
No.
So if them bring it to you, just deny it straight up and tell them. So
no. Look on them.
You don't look on them?
No.
But talk the truth, you never deny it yet though. You never deny it.
No time. I say let them go and suck. Come all right. I not say nothing.
Okay, you not say nothing no. So you not deny it and you not.
Just let them go and suck.
Okay, so who what step to you and make up all them thing and I say them thing about you? Who? Like your relative, them are just friend?
Some friends, some camouflage friends we did have.
Yeah.
Them, I not look on them, right? So one of them stays so.
One of them stays so, one of them a lesbian too. And them did that done you down?
The one who done me the most stays so, right?
The one where did that cost you half the most about the lesbian thing, that one day in a lesbian too, you find out, yeah?
Me especially look up in the house with the woman 1 week.
1 week?
Yes.
That's a long time, that thing.
Yes.
Okay. So you want to, what you think, what you want for your life right now? I mean, your relative, them don't know what you do. What you want for your future and all them? So you want to be a lesbian for the rest of your life?
Right now, more of people. That's it. We don't want more.
When you say your people, who you refer to? Your girlfriend?
Yeah, just right now, only thing matter to me, my baby and the person.
Only thing matter to you is a 2-year-old child, 2-year-old daughter, and the woman who you're there with?
Yeah.
Okay. So wait, in terms of your future, though, like you want to be a lesbian for the rest of your life, or you just that you work with now?
Probably, I don't know. That must be no.
Oh, that you're comfortable and happy with right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just have work with a present and
Because we just say I love the person. I can't find nobody who I love like I love the person. So, I say I'm not nobody make me my people live.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that's just basically it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right then, but so she know how she move with your daughter now? Your girlfriend, what you call your man? How she move with your daughter?
Well, when we're there, I don't have no time because everything she has to do it. So
everything what?
All right. Then when I don't there, I just relax and she take care of her for me. Everything there, start her and thing like feed and all of that. So not just moving away around her, like nothing like that.
Okay, so she move in a way around her where you approve of, right? And you feel your daughter is under no threat and them something, right?
No, because she don't have any kids, you know.
Huh?
She don't have any kids.
Oh, she not have any kids? Okay. But some people concerned about parents in in like lesbian relationship or homosexual relationship we have children from unions where them didn't have before and they make the children them a see. How you feel about that? Say, your 2-year-old daughter see you with the woman who you there with, yeah?
Listen, she don't see us no way. We do think when she asleep, so she don't see we no way. She just like our kiss up no at all. Just like normal talking to each other.
Okay, so she never see, she not see you kiss or anything?
No, right? We wouldn't do that in front
and
of her.
You wanna kiss your lover, your girlfriend in front of your daughter? You wouldn't do that?
No, because she have sense. Anything I do, she talk.
Anything? Okay. You ever think and wonder if your daughter going to end up heterosexual or a lesbian? You ever wonder about that?
No, I never think about it.
You don't think about that?
No,
but why you don't want your daughter? Would you want your daughter to be one or the other? Would you want your daughter to be a lesbian or a heterosexual?
No, I want her to have her husband and her kids.
You want your daughter to have her husband and her kids. You don't want her to be a lesbian?
No.
So you will be a lesbian, but you don't want your daughter to be a lesbian?
That is my decision for myself.
Okay.
You need to make the right decision for herself.
Okay, for yourself. All right then. All right then. Yeah. All right then. Blessings and respect for the link here.
All right.
Yeah,
take
man.
care.
Now you take care too. Good. Some interesting things are going on there in our country. Remember me tell you. See it. Here we go. Good afternoon, Mixup and Blenda. Greetings.
Hello, Raga.
Greetings, yes.
What a go?
They are wallet, wallet like a king, yo.
Long time I try call you and I get you.
See that the thing lock and see right, you know.
My class knows you still do your thing, and I'm in a back down from nobody and them chat and what them want to do.
It goes so.
Anyway, Raga, I know this young girl.
Yeah.
From when time in my teens, and then time in my teens, they're about 15, 16, and she about 11, 12.
Yeah.
Anyway, then did have one talk there. Another girl was living in an upper place. She just live in a one little broke down house like.
Yeah.
And then now because she never have no help, she meet one woman.
Yeah.
One big woman with there take care of her. Something. Anyway, she's still in the thing of going with her thing. And the woman she the way must be up there rent her for wherever she live.
So the big woman who she help her out and whatever, she did her work with the lady in the kitchen and so on. That you say?
No man, she a lesbian.
Who a lesbian?
The girl, the little 12-year-old from them time there.
No, hold on. But hold on. From she a 12-year-old, she there around the woman?
From them time there.
But
woman broke her out.
Who broke her out?
One woman where she did there with where they have money. So sometimes a circumstances make no for them getting it.
Okay, hold on. So you're saying a 12-year-old, one big woman broke her out in the lesbian thing?
Yeah.
You are telling me that from 12-year-old, this girl that did broke out in a lesbian thing.
Than me and them time, me a 15, 16-year-old them time.
And she had 12 them time. And she, how you know so she did do lesbian things at 12-year-old? How you know?
Regarding big mix-up on the street. And everybody used to talk about it and can prove it now because she lived down the road from me and me can tell her, say, she and her woman was stay with now. The woman was she did get things from overseas or something.
Yeah.
She put your parents and something to come here, so she'll bring in much bag of woman and in the yard and two of them pack big size in the yard.
So the woman when she there with her mind and fan come down here, she'll keep her the woman with her and beat her.
Yeah, and them a big size.
And how old she is now?
She's a big woman now, man. She's in her 20s.
She in her 20s.
Yeah,
but you were said from she was about 12-year-old, it attacks, so she do them things.
Yeah.
And because she did stay with one money woman who a lesbian.
Yeah, because circumstances, enough of them get because them live in a certain area.
So,
and then somebody show them love and sit and give them money and whatever, and then take the boy and go on the way there and then just 6 feet because of the money. And then she has...
Hold on. So the big woman, when they take her when she around 12, how she come to take her again?
No, she not take her away. She not there.
No, but how she come to live? Hold on. How she come to live with a big woman at 12-year-old? What for your parents there?
I live with her. Same like how little thing them used to people go look them man and sickness.
Oh.
Yes. Same thing she used to.
Oh, so basically she did have her one yard or whatever, but the big man just catch her with things and all them something there.
Exactly.
Okay, and when she go to the big man yard, forget the likes and all them things, the big man broke her out.
Exactly.
Okay. So this bigger man, you know, like when you say bigger man, what you mean? Like what she was? When you say bigger man, what you mean? Like she just older.
She older than her. Yes.
But she live in the area. She didn't live in the area.
No, she not live in Jamaica. She not live in Jamaica.
Oh, so how she link up with the woman? Which part?
She come visit. She come to Jamaica, come visit and go see her time and come back and whatever. She pay her bills them also.
Okay, so but which part them link though? No, me talk when she was 12-year-old, you know. Which part them link?
Me no know. I don't know which part them used to link, to be honest.
Okay.
But me know so she used to come and them used to say she used to come, them used to come pick her up and whatever, in a car or whatever, and go her road and whatever. And after me she done gone to school, she got with them also.
Oh, so when she should have there at school, a big man pick her up and a carry her and a give her the things them and a sort her out.
Yes, brother.
So I saw them broke her out from early.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just follow it up for the rest of them life because them done broke out tonight already. So them used to it, them know what is it and probably enjoy it and all them something like that, you say.
Exactly, Raga.
So basically then, people who in a needs and wants and them something they here. Hello? 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 What? We lost her? Okay, she used one little word there where we there for, if you hear the usual interrupt, someone will cut out people. She used one word referring to gay men that we don't really use on radio. So you say homosexual one. But the point she's making, you know, is what a lesbian once tell me. She said she upset because she said a lot of women are not real lesbians. So I asked her what she mean. And she used an interesting phrase I will never forget. She said, Raga, they are lesbians by default. Lesbian by default. So she's saying that some women who engage in lesbian activities, sexual activities, them are real lesbian. Them just a woman straight and it's a woman thing and whatever. And she said, other women, they are just lesbians because them go through a thing, so it's a reactionary thing. So they were abused, them go to lesbianism, but it's not really that a for them thing. It's a fear thing. Or say them in need, them go on in a lesbianism, but them, you know. I don't know about these things, you know. But just I tell you that interesting phrase where this woman I use, lesbians by default, as opposed to bona fide lesbian. Interesting distinction being made there. A lesbian mix up with the power will break with soon forward. To the phone line to go, lesbian mix up or any other sample mix up. You could hear what go on. Hello. Yes, greetings.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
The Raga.
Yeah.
I'm calling about the girl, the guy we call on the phone about the girl.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that is the girl. She moved in yesterday evening. I'm coming from her. And I overheard her telling somebody the same argument with the man tell you on the phone.
Yeah.
She live in Portmore. It's not Spanish Town. She live in a Portmore.
A Portmore
yes.
She live?
A Portmore she live. I mean, if you call the guy and tell him and give him the address, but apart, it's like he not believe me.
He not believe you?
No, I don't believe me. down yesterday evening because she owed the one length of crying now. And she tell the first time I said, wait, I want you neighbor this.
Okay.
They all there listen.
Okay,
right?
but so all you know is him. All you know is him specifically.
Because I hear it on the phone. And the same way when she said the man, when he must sleep, he must stop a call the woman him when there with, and she talked to him about it, and he still agreed. It not stop.
It not
right?
stop.
Not stop. So I said, come and know, the man.
Oh,
okay. I work, and I tell my coworker, them say, me know the girl, she live next door, me, and the whole of we are laugh. So I said, I will call the number because I probably didn't give you the number on the phone. So I said, I will call the number.
No, but it look like the truck man card him then and just give him a Spanish talk, linky. Had the girl tell the truck man, say, yo, don't tell him where I live, you know.
Exactly. But I put more, she there 60s.
She there 60.
But we can't directly give you the
No, we don't want the address. 60s is fine. We'll leave it there, so we actually, we don't want to go there, so whatever. Then we take care of them business, and you say...
Exactly, because I call him and tell him, and
him not believe you?
And him don't believe me.
Him still think of Spanish Town?
Yes, so that make him have a Spanish Town. He spoke more the girl, like.
So wait, then who she moving with now?
See?
Who she moving?
I see she come with nobody. More I see she put the furniture them in and she talk to the landlord.
Okay.
And he might tell her. She tell him what happened and she crying and something. And so she tired of him no one in behavior.
Okay. So it look like she get one look a place herself then, man.
It looks so.
It look like she a plan it long time, you know.
Long time she a plan it.
No man, any move like that a go on, man. Woman plan them thing the long time.
Well, if I'm me,
yeah.
and me come home and hear my husband asleep and I call a next woman name, me I deal with them case.
No, well on.
Everybody do things different.
Well on. Suppose me and you there. It depends on when me are saying I'm asleep, and then you can't really just judge me alone from sleep. If me come home and you hear me I'm asleep, I'm whatever. Portia, Lisa Anna, Yendi. I may call up the names them and all them things. They hear me I call Portia, Lisa Anna, Yendi and all. You gonna left me because me I call my name and I'm asleep?
No, not directly. But the thing is that now, say, a person speak with it on their mind.
No, it is not true of dreams. It is not
true in dreams.
True. It is not necessarily true of dreams. You're correct in that whatever we dream and say, it depends on our mind. It affects our mind because there's a central nervous system. That's the brain. You know, that's the processor for the human body. Yes. So in that sense, you're correct. However, it is not necessarily the case that when the names that you say that you're involved with them. In fact, it's possible to use names of people you don't know.
No, but the thing is that if you hear me asleep and I call Paul, Tom, Harry, Dick, you're going to say, most my man name, don't it?
Now, if me hear you asleep and you only call man name constantly, me not lie. If me hear you asleep and you hear one, Renato, no, when I say Adams, it's something. Worse if you call up Adam. You see, we don't know the details, because calling name is one thing. If you call the names and the one, Susie, who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? So then we know, say, it's a different sitting. You understand what I say? Right? But it depends on what you must say in her sleep, yeah, man. Because it could be the case that she just paranoid and just suspicious.
But brother, the thing is that she must say, I continue to do it. Because she thought, she said, him all the time he might do it, not all the while he might do it. And him not stop. As him put on him head on the pillow, him just start.
No, me don't think it's a dream them alone, make sure. It have to be more to the story than the dream them alone. You understand? Because me frankly, me not think that she's an idiot for us leave because I'm gonna call my name and I sleep. That alone, if I that alone.
She just pack up and leave him so. Something must wrong.
No, man, something else in that something.
And nobody not taught the full story. You need to find the full story about that man there,
But what you are saying...
If I could get the number from the girl.
The number.
I get somebody.
Which number?
Her number.
Forget for your number.
Yeah. For you, Carla.
All right, here I know. Ruth, I gonna take your number half the year, here.
Yeah.
And if you get the number, we just touch base with you and see if we can call her, here.
All right.
So we just make back a link with you and then see if we can call her, auntie. Because I simply don't think say it's just because him a call my name and I sleep. Why she pack up all and furniture and everything and just thief everything and
just leave out, so.
And him say him want to thing them, kind of receipt for them and all them something there.
Indeed.
No man, something else to that story there.
And it sounds so disgraceful on the phone.
Eh?
It sounds so disgraceful on the phone when she come talk say, when him talk say she gone with him season and them something. Then something that sound right.
What you mean? It sound cool though.
Yes.
Then the man says she gone with all in dirty clothes and all in dirty underpants.
That sound right.
He said I lost the clothes but them back him up.
When them live in a bed together, them never used to. The public never hears. So why them apart? The public supposed to hear them these things?
No. What is what I'm telling you? This is a mix-up show, calling show people. You know, you're the man calling and say if anybody here will go and him want a sound out and if he can get some help. Because if she perpetrated and if she did in fact perpetrated an injustice against him, then he has all right to use the media to seek some resolution to that matter. Now, we don't know.
Okay.
Because there's the point I'm making, she could be a wicked, But she could not. But it's not necessary. Him could have been a wicked too. I the two and wicked one. But we don't know what is what. But me I say you can't really knock him for say call the radio and I try to do help. People do that all the while for all kind of program. People call Moti, then call Barbara Glenn, call all forget help. But Raga, the way me do it, me have a mix up way for do it and them do it that way. But I help him I look same way. He might say more back in things. You know, you're the man every time he open the door in fridge, I first thing in see.
Yeah, everything.
In fridge and the first. You can imagine when he open the door there and him don't see him fridge and smile back at him. And he can't open that fridge door there and go take out all a little orange juice and thing and feel the cold breeze, the cold fridge here in his face again. And he's supposed to stand up with the fridge there and go on more than ball to rot it. Do what he says.
Anyhow, we can't stay along with your car every day.
All right, you take care of your putos. But thanks for calling. But we are going to link you back and see if you can get that number there and we call the girl here.
All right then.
Manners. Anyway, to the phone lines we go. Good afternoon. Hello.
Hey, how
Greetings.
Yeah, man. No, first time caller.
Yeah.
Long time listener.
Yeah.
Boy, I hear some things on the radio this morning. I'm going to say, boy, I just have to call in and talk to you.
Yeah.
All the man them have done here this morning. No, I'm not stay long still, but me's a uptown you. I'm not ashamed to say that.
Right.
I go with my grandparents, I grow a country, but them did have it.
Right.
And so me moving at them circles there, you understand?
You see?
And me listen to your show, I understand, because I'm moving at the two circles.
Yeah.
Uptown and downtown.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think the problem with a lot of the people who are born you
is
you can't too done them because I think them just don't understand. They don't understand, say, boy, you're an outlet. You're a release for a lot of these people in the ghetto who don't have a release. You understand? When them can come and them can call you and them can talk to you and them can tell you things.
Yeah.
When they on their mind and give them mix up them in a freedom community. And enough time never tell you about my friend.
Yeah.
And it's really them. And them look a little advice. And you can give to them and we can turn it into something that can make everybody laugh and everybody happy.
See it there?
You understand?
No, but these people will tell you that when my type of caller them call and them get them release and them vent them thing, I would do it in a humorous way through the vehicle of Mixup and Blenda and whatever. Them people are we say don't understand, them really don't understand. But for them thing is, it's not being done in their language. It's not being done with their symbols. It's not being done with the things that interest them. And then them have all these kind of issues with sexuality and so forth. So in a for them mind, me I do an injustice to the people who call my show and the people who love my show, you know. And all of the people who love my show, if you listen to them people are stupid and need upliftment, you know.
No man, but hear what I know. No, just last week, me I listen to me there our popular bar, uptown bar in a New Kingston there.
Yeah.
And some man a talk and how them a talk about the same lesbian and gay thing. And them a say, boy, you know, people just not tolerant of lesbian and gay. So if a man gay or if a woman gay, that is for them business.
Yeah.
And why we should business with that. And I agreed with that statement.
Yeah.
Because they don't have nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, them same one never turn around. And I listen to your show and I say, boy, Raga. They don't concern them. If them don't listen to your show, them don't listen to it. You understand?
Exactly.
To me, that is a hypocrisy. They must say it on one hand, but it's not suitable for the other.
Right. No, but you see, them smart enough and know, say, any of them go call and them say, but I just don't like it and whatever. That not gonna work. If them call and bring up some little spurious, stupid thing and whatever, people are gonna done them. So them use the one thing we always have currency. Well, two. The main one is how damaging it is to the children and it is not uplifting. As if say, radio must be entirely serious and educational, as if there isn't room for humor on radio, as if there isn't room for humor in life in terms of being balanced and holistic. You understand what I say? And all of a sudden them get unidimensional. All of a sudden them get very limited in the scope of them intelligence and whatever. But all what it is, it's just really a knee-jerk thing. Them don't even like to hear my voice, But them don't even like for hear my voice. Them just hear me and them just get disgusted.
Anytime them give that talk there, ask them if them have. Just one thing why I ask them. Ask them if them have Cinemax, HBO or Flow in them yard.
Right.
In them house.
Right.
Or Playboy channel.
Right.
Because if they do, then can't say nothing about your program.
No, but you see, here's the
problem. Don't make them pick me watch the program.
Exactly. No, so live stay. You say, listen now, don't go down that road there, because so and so, I don't want to see around a man there, because so and so. You understand what I say?
Right.
And thing, but they don't have the right to take the road out of the country, don't it? And eliminate the road. They don't have the right to say, me could go kill a man and get rid of him. Just as them don't have the right to deny we as space in media. But the point I'm making from it, every day I run this show, whenever anybody do anything and say anything we go too far, we cut it out. We cut it out. You understand? So it's not like we're not following the rules of the Broadcasting Commission. But them have problem, for example, because a woman call, a lesbian mix up with her, and a woman call and say, Raga, may I tell you the truth, one girl did put an argument to me and she said, if I never get swipe it, I'm going to make you swipe me and I like it. You understand? No, she didn't want to go into details. I don't make she go into details and tell me details about the swipe. You understand? Because we're not allowed that. But them don't want people to even call the radio and say, yo, no, me get a swipe or whatever. Them have them issues with them thing there. Some of them have problems. Them because them just some too loud. Believe it or not.
Them not get it, man. Them not get it. Because you see, another little girl down the road now hear that,
Yeah.
and know how to deal with that situation, they know, because it happened to this one.
But
you see, it
all right. Well on. Listen, you see all the argument where the people them call and tell you are going in the schools with the girl and the lesbian thing. Nobody can tell me, say, you don't have parents who listen to the show and say, ratted, but I make sure I go talk to my daughter. And make sure, say, she understand herself and hear her go and call Melissa Raga and learn them things or whatever. So, me never know, say, that I go on out there to the extent where it is. So, make sure I go call my... The brother there, the she there, the brother was dressed up like Barbie. Call the show. And them have done me. How you even make Barbie talk and I mean, I tell her so I'm a link. Them have done me. And them have gone on. And one thing I said to them, I say, yo, don't you hear Barbie say him there carnival and wind up, and man come up and wind up and a joke on him and all them something. Them say, yeah. So tell me something now. Based on when you hear that, don't you got to be careful now. But wind up and a... I'm saying, no, it's a real thing you're talking. You understand what I'm saying?
For real.
So the show teach them something and I make sure, say, them learn, say, boy, bam, this and that are going out there. So you better make some adjustment in terms of how you move and how you juggle. But that's how them go on, man. But the battle goes on, Them not going to let it go. So I'm not let it go either.
But I'm going to let you with one thing, Zane, and this is directed to the Trinidad Prime Minister.
Yeah.
You can tell the character of someone by how they treat others who can do nothing for them. It's something my grandmother always used to tell me a long time ago.
Right,
and
right.
From she make that statement about the Haitian people them And so me look for them. But anyway, Ragat, people want to talk to you. And,
all right, Papa,
keep
bless
up the
you.
good work here and make them discouraged.
Now say a word, my king, man. Strength and respect.
All right, cool.
Interesting. That's how the battle goes on, you know. And if them bring war, I'm a war, I said to. I grew up in a war, I'm not afraid of people. You understand? War them for any level. I make them go and organize and do anything and whatever. On a favorite ritual. Here we go to the phone lines. Good afternoon. Hello.
Good afternoon, Raga.
Good afternoon.
Me I call from Patterson, New Jersey.
Patterson, New Jersey in the building.
One done the man will call about him picnic, not to listen to you and all kind of things. Because right now...
Well, oh, this morning in call, Lord.
Yes,
okay.
This morning in call.
Yeah, yeah.
Right you know. Him no know so Ragashanti keep Patterson, New Jersey warm. Because with that 45 degree and cold and you are warm way for evening time.
See it there. All right.
If it's not Raga, we're not going with nothing up here.
Oh, see it there.
Right?
See it there.
If you don't want, me write it up already, you know. If you don't want to people listen to Raga, buy earplug and put it here, you know.
Yeah.
And all of the big people them who are done here, them coming, them are the brigadiers for Mixup.
Them are the what?
Them are the brigadier general for Mixup.
I be a Mixup. Thank you.
Right?
Thank you.
And them didn't go right. If I never started, them wouldn't dare to turn big up.
But at them, some breed, a little mix up going with all sort out and who take off a man and who take off a woman and all them things amongst them, you know. Helpers who are being abused by powerful women. You know, we don't hear nothing about that, you know. We don't hear the women's movement, them or whatever, I talk about for help, the ghetto woman, them. Who are helper amongst them woman and them woman they treat them like crap and like dog and I rape them off. Them never call nationwide. Them never call write the Observer, write them article and think. Yeah, but me go say me love the dagger in for my sofa angle and think. Jesus Christ! The country are dead. Me pick me ever dead. Save the nation. Boycott Raga no more. Me. Well, and them don't like it. Well, and them don't like it. So we just talk up some things and just mud them up certain way because we can't do that. Right? Them is a set and nastiness. Drunk from more classy than them. That me say. Yeah.
Because the big shot people, them love listen to you. Them are lie, them are tell you. Them love listen to you because what? Them are do the things.
You see it. But anyway, you say it does. Yeah, man. What you say? You have a mix up there.
Me? No, mix up. But me want to big up the man. But have a master's degree. When they work on New York City. When I listen to sister radio when Raga start. So big up to the big people and listen to Raga.
Large of yourself, but I'm big up Patterson, New Jersey, that the place. See it? No, see everything. See, everything is everything. Everything, yeah, make them go away. Make them go away. Make them kill out. Make them kill out. Take with themselves from around here. Anyway, you take care of yourself up there in New Jersey, Apple. Yeah, man, blessings and respect. Yeah, man.
Well, yes or no, as I say, first time caller, long time listener.
Yeah.
Here's the thing now. Back, 04 it was, the Lesbian Mixup here come around.
Yeah.
And my way coming from college, in the bus on Hagley Park Road, traffic and everything, you know.
Yeah.
So, traffic going down Hagley Park Road to Waltham there, so. So, you know, before them put up the stoplight at Woodglen there, so. Everybody in the bus, I watch this car in front of them, because most of school kids in the bus and stuff like that. I watch this car in front of them.
Right.
One drop top bimmer, everything. So you don't know, say to catch people, music play and stuff like that, and a 2 hot girl in there. You get me? So, I'm coming up now. When avalanche come up, look papa everything. So everybody who was Charlene in the bus look for avalanche and all these things. Yeah. And I want woman to push it.
Right.
Just in time to see when the avalanche pull off of the road. Right as you pass Woodglen, they say, you know, and park up on the sidewalk, you know.
Yeah.
It's like she spot the car. And she just come out, and she just come and beat on the driver door. Like she had tell him, say, yo, stop, nobody move. And she just go down on the car with the girl we are driving to now, hold her by her ear in her ragga, and start drag her out of the car, you know.
Out of the car, eh?
Yeah, drag her out of the car. And start give her some lick. Start give her some lick in the middle of the road.
So the woman beat the girl?
Yeah, the woman beat the girl. And the girl in there with her other woman.
Oh, so the girl in there with the car. The girl, well, the girl
come out of the bus.
The girl who drive the BMW in there with her next woman.
Yeah.
But it looked like the avalanche woman she there with her, and probably the avalanche woman by her the car.
The avalanche woman spot we are going to fling big park up on side the road, rather. Fling big park up on side the road and come out and tell the driver we are drive the bus with me in and say, yo, nobody move the bus. When now she, so when she gonna...
So when fly out of the bus to get the mix up, the whole mix up live.
Yeah. So everybody start come out of the bus, no bus stop. So we are sitting on the bus and things are going out the road. So you know, see a big things this now from Agri Park. But I can't believe you're not even hear about this. It stink. It stink on the university campus, them man, because the girl come from the place where you did there. Okay. I love how you put that. Yeah. So... But wait, when this did that? About when this did that? You know, 04 I got. 04? 04, I can't say July 04 took her near my birthday. Okay, now say a word. I'm going to tell you, say, she drag her out and start give her some lick. So the next one, I don't know what she try to come defend. And whatever, come out and like she want. She the girl just start beat the two of them. She start beat the mate too. The two of them and start dip up on her and until I say she can't believe she a minor and she come and give her bone and drive up and guess what? A fear car. A fear car? The bima a fear car. The bima a fear car and she do out a road and drive up and down with other girls in her car. You see where it go? Yeah, that's why sometimes you don't want to mind somebody or whatever, you know, because they're going to violate with somebody. Take your money, take your car and all kind of thing and go and do other things and whatever, you know. And the straight people alone get burned. The lesbian, they might get it too, and when they might get it dirty. They might get it with some dirty bun, they might say. But listen, I'm not telling a lie. The girl, them look proper. All three of them look proper, Raga. You move to them. Yeah. You don't move to them. I mean, I tell you, so after that time, whatever thing now, the day they are ball and whatever, and them something there, the other one, she take her beating too and everything. So, she did and she a cuss and whatever, and like she a beg her back and all these things and whatever. My girl just hug up on her phone, all in time. We look and see now one record come. She call her Rekka. Rekka for come take up the beamer. So tell me take up her beamer. So we have to make the two of them walk. Yeah, no, so what she's supposed to do, she says to make sure, say, when she go up at the house, she not see her, all her clothes, them and everything come out there, she don't want to see her, she don't have nothing to do with her, she don't, in a mega from Agri Park Road, say, you know, say, people from people from all the Yomi come up and whistling road. Yo, she for glad said the video phone them never hype in a 04. She for glad said the phone them never shut out, them time I must erase I did that wallet. I erase She for glad say them never go say boom and all back out a blackbird about the place right now and go say yeah bowl two to your face. Bowl two to your face. And we say record. Yo, Raga. Yeah. That no, actually no the DVD. Me know. But that's your word. We are try bouncing a couple more cars and sitting here. No, sir, not Raga. Big up Zim crew, you don't know straight. Yeah, Zim. How we say jungle we say no? No, Zim, Waf. I want to say a word. Okay, I think of Zimbabwe. I saw them call Zim, you know. Up a jungle there. No. Waf, you attack. All right. Blessings and respect here. Yeah, man. Okay. Yo, when she does say everybody in the bus, when them see the avalanche, them have Charlene eyes, she does refer to a Red Rat song, you know. Charlene have pretty car eyes. Hey, them time the other girl named Charlene now pre that song, then them say, yo, stop it, but I like it. Come on, stay so. Hey, that song, that shot, though, you know. That was the time. I tell her, say, Jenna, I talk to that beer, but a good girl, you know, say she's a Charlene. Yeah, she move like a Charlene. Yeah, she move like a Charlene. Come here, roll with her, and she just turn around and look for the hype car. Them after man, you don't know, say, we say BMW better man walking. Here we go, give me a phone call here.
Hello, Raga.
Whoa.
Anyway, we're going first time, you know.
Manners.
Yeah, man, big up to the man still. You see me, but me have a look at mix up, you know, but me I talk about this thing I found this morning still, you know, where them people are calling and I tell you, say, come off a program still, you see me?
Yeah.
You have to hold up here, you know, nobody listen to nobody still, you know, because are you for we, you see me?
Yeah, it organized, man. Them organize and decide, so them are going to flood it and pressure cliff fuse. But now look on them.
Not in them with no loose thing. Just do your thing, cause we love you, you know, you understand?
All right, my king. Blessings and respect.
Happy, but now look at thing still, you know, one time, my lady and me come to Boom and say, bring in one of our friends, and we end up do a little threesome thing still, you understand?
Yeah.
Well, we do the threesome in a Raga, we think, say, yeah, I eat that still, you know, but me come to no Boom one day and say, no, man, how them a move so close to them one another now, Raga? So, you know, so one day me come and go underneath the bed. And when me go underneath the bed, you know, them don't know me today, you know, come in and, you know, lock up in the house and go underneath.
And you know if you code up the thing, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Go underneath the bed, Raga. When me go underneath the bed, you know, man. Lord God have mercy, you know. On top of me, that in a Raga. I'm under the bed, you know. Are the two man them, you know.
All right, yeah, no more details. So,
yeah, man. You understand?
So the thing did that continue?
Eh?
The thing did that continue?
Yeah, man. I mean, I tell you, Raga. You know, me end up the one at the time. Because I never come out until them whole night, me dead in until them leave and go follow.
How long you stay under the bed while you're woman until they leave, and what?
Till them leave and she follow go about that, man.
So how long you stay under the bed under them the pressure then?
Raga, you know, hear me tell you, say, about maybe a 2.5 hours.
Papa J.
You understand? Because she know I'm supposed to come in, but boy, me I tell you, say, me they hot, you know, man, I burn up, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But me, I hear the, you know, I'm made up there, they are listening.
Right.
And Raga, you know, the next time when me end up, though, so just make sure me confirm it, you know, say, one of the, you know, the camera, them.
Which camera?
Video.
Which camera?
Camera, them, man.
Eh?
The video camera.
Well, you use a video camera. What you do?
They think the video camera, them, man. You know, so me put one of that under the bed the next time, and at the sound me start hearing the talking, so know the things are going, you know.
Oh,
and I just bring it, I just bring it go gear and make sure you know, say, yo, yeah, your friends still are doing the thing, you know, and now make me know what's going, you know. You understand? Yeah, man, me have to put the camera, Raga, man, and bring it to her. My girl, at first, me asked her, and she said, no, nothing like that. Raga, you know, so I go for my camera and rewind it, you know, and just start to listen to the sound.
So how it end up?
No, we not, you know, me not go war for that, you know, because I don't know, you know, and me start off the thing, you know, you understand?
Yo, I want to tell you, right on the show, you know, we get a mix up, you know, man, I pressure a woman about threesome, no man, I said no, threesome, no man, I said no, threesome, pressure. The woman decides she's going to do it just for him. And then do it at one time. All he could have said one time, sit down on the veranda, she that I walk with and trapped the woman back her with a ratchet in her hand, you know. And them just walk past him like him not dead, you know. So it's like him get up and I say, what is that? And them just lock the door on them outside, you know. And when she come back out, you know, her clothes, pack and suitcase and everything, and they trapped the woman back her with a ratchet to up me see him, and them just have to watch him woman leave. And it's I impressure.
I'm not going to tell you that I love it, you know. I love it, you know, because it feel good and thing, you know. And you see, me, I rather know my woman...
You's a threesome man. Yeah,
but I rather know my woman with the next woman than a male, you understand?
Okay.
Yeah, it work out better that way.
It work out better that way. But you're careful because you don't, but there's always a risk that a woman will go take away your woman or your woman will go like it and just not bother with you.
You know, so I don't mind that part then, you understand?
You can live with a woman that take away your woman more than a man that take away your woman from.
Yeah, man, that means there's something wrong with me for next man I do the thing then, man.
Okay. But if a woman that take away, you can't do nothing that's a car. What she want from the woman, you not have.
Yeah, woman have a little feelings to them one another where we can't stop. You understand?
Okay.
Them want to deal with them one another, treat them one another. You understand?
Okay.
But if a man come take on my own now, you know, see a problem that is either me not do something or something gone bad.
Okay, that would have mash you up.
Yeah, man, that will mash up the speech.
All right, then. Respect for that link.
Other people want car, yeah.
Not say a word, my family, man. Just go and hold it straight. Yeah. Yeah, you think it right there. So give me a next caller. Good afternoon. Mix up An Blenda. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, yes.
Raga.
Whoa.
Them favor Itamosi Pat.
Itamosi Pat
and rat bat all what takes it by you. Tell them leave you alone.
Not say a word, man.
Raga.
Whoa.
May I get a little quick make ya?
Yeah.
I get a call from foreign, you see?
Yeah.
From a family member.
Yeah.
And say, somebody I come down to spend 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And if me can't make them stay at my house.
Yeah.
Anyway, the person them come down with 4 kids, Raga. Right? The person come down with 4.
Somebody ask if somebody can stay at your house and then come with 4 pitney.
Listen me now.
Yeah.
I never know so them I come with 4 children. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, the person come, them ask me if them can come, and I say yeah, and them come with 4 children, which I never know. Anyway, that's another problem because the space was here.
Right.
I give...
Okay, you have space in your house, man.
Yes, I have 4 bedrooms.
No, man.
So I give the mother one of the room.
Yeah.
And I give the children them one of the room.
Right.
So anyway, you know, by carrying her out and all these things.
Yeah.
And she met somebody, one of my friends.
Yeah.
And the person said him like her.
Yeah.
So anyway, the person come over here and I stay. Let me get to the matter quick. And I stay with the child in the house.
Yeah.
So, me, you know, in my bed I sleep, Raga. Right? But first of all, the person I'm a mate sister. Okay?
The person are your mate, the one from foreign?
Yeah.
Okay, are your mate sister?
From foreign sister.
Are your mate sister?
Yes.
Okay, but what on? She knows that she are your mate?
Yes, but me and the man left a long time ago.
Okay, all right then.
All right? All right.
Hold on. A Connecticut then come from?
No.
Okay, I just ask.
You love Connecticut, eh?
No.
Yeah. All right. So the person there, and you know my friend come and him say him like her, and it was about 1 o'clock in the night, Raga.
Yo, shut it quick, yeah.
Yeah, and them in the house, the person in there, the male person in there with her. So me hear one bag of rojan in the night and the little pick me a ball. And I say, in my ball out, and I say, like him would I say, I go and tell Ruthie. And she pick me a ball and go down to the kitchen and go get one knife. Raga. This is one little 9-year-old boy now. And the boy I did a ball and say, I get one knife. So me jump out of my bed and I go in the room and I say, what? And she say, and I say, what is for? And in my ball I say, I'm going to tell Ruthie. So me I say, why the little boy a ball? I say, I'm going to tell Ruthie. Where him see? The mother depend now. What do you see?
Yeah.
And them not talk, Raga. So only to find out no. When him say him got like the little boy know the girl, she's a lesbian. So he did not see him room, and he get up and go in the room where his mother there. Not more than him go see the man with the mother.
And then a ball out say him go tell.
And then a ball out now say him go tell Ruthie.
Because him know say mother there with one woman.
Yes, so me ask her, who is this Ruthie? And she say, I want girl where she live with. So anyway, me make a call a foreigner in the morning and find out. Only for find out say the Ruthie where she go call the little boy a ball out say I go tell and him go stab up the man and the woman where she there with a foreigner in a Raga.
See it there?
And she married to her, and not only there, she married to her and live with her.
Married to her, a foreigner, and live with her. We just want to remind people that you're using Ruthie's name as an example. Yeah.
You understand the kind of person when me call back where introduce me to her now say because film woman did say to me say if him did tell me say she's a lesbian and him say no. So me say why you never tell me? Cause you know it wouldn't trouble me.
No, she's bisexual.
Yeah, because she have 4 children first, but she just live with this woman now and married.
And she obviously still a take man, so
yes.
So a man and woman, she says. So she's bisexual.
One sitting the night to say, brother.
Oh, poor Jesus, I saw the mix up then come out. When they pick them out, then start fly, don't it?
I look like all this time him never.
Well, when you say a while ago, Mama, I that on the talk. I that on the talk. When someone shot you say Mama, and when me on the way, they say Ma.
This time him never say him mother with no man appear woman him must see mother with you.
To the point when draw a knife on the man, poor look 9 years.
The poor man in a
you see, what 9-year-old in confused?
Me I tell you, me say him ball, see Raga, him ball. Say me go tell Ruth.
Cause he used to him mother with him mother wife.
We understand? So
anyway,
he must say me go tell her.
Yes,
so when she gone up back and find me ask if him tell her, she said no, she kinda calm him down cause she no want him go tell her.
Yeah.
Say she did down here with man.
I mash up our thing. But anyway, we want bounce our next call before we cut here.
Raga tell them say them feel rat but them leave you alone. Cause we did it for you and we are go there for you too.
We said John Crow have more class than them.
Understand?
Cause John Crow don't run in and John Crow no bad mind.
Yeah, that's why eat a musty pot.
Eat a musty pot. Later. Ita Mosipat. Okay, to the phone lines we go. Good afternoon. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I am doing exceedingly well, and you?
Oh, I'm fine.
Sounds like it.
I have a friend, like, she's this lesbian, right?
Yeah.
She walks with us, like, I go to school, right?
Yeah.
We walk in a group of about 12.
Yeah.
And one day we like, beg her text off her phone.
Mm-hmm.
We never know say she a lesbian or nothing. Because she go like say, one of them day, friend that look her and she say no. She can deal with him because she a one butch.
Right.
So I say, we are taboo, I not understand. And she say, I can't deal with it because I like woman. I'm going to go off a man. So when he come back, come tell we, you know. We are telling him, say, I lie, tell him, sure, with the text. So we are going to fear our phone. And she say, true.
Mm-hmm.
So me I say, and then when we ask her, she say, yeah, and she do the things, them, and so ask her, she do that thing, then she swipe, and she say, no. So we are say, oh, you not do that another thing, and she say, no, man, and so today we are on look a joke with her now, and I say, if she uranium then, if she love woman alone,
yeah.
and she don't want nobody, she say no, and she say, me not for worry about that because she have her woman and dating. So I say, look to her and say, look here, me no go after woman, never. That ain't my religion, you know. And she tell the things them, but me not really believe still, but when I look in her phone, I kind of believe so. And anybody who people walk with them for trust say, yeah, them straight, because most of them not straight.
You see?
And me no want nothing to eat from she, because me still not believe that she no swipe.
All right, then say, I careful where you eat from her.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Eh?
I say, watch your belly.
Watch your belly. Father talk. All right, bless up here.
All right, Raga.
Yo, give me a last caller, Richie. Give me a last caller. Good afternoon. Hello. Hello. Person that have on them radio. Give me a different call. Hello. Give me a next caller. Good afternoon. Hello. Hello. Last call. Good afternoon. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings. How are you?
I'm a day I wallet, you know.
How life?
Everything good, man. Everything good. You have your little battles and so forth. But yeah, the last call, we have about 2 minutes left. So, rinse and mix up there.
All right. I got a joke.
Yeah.
My friend of me at the party. That's it.
Yeah.
She said, oh, she not talk to no man. Because she hates woman like that.
Yeah.
So one day she did a woman, she broke in a man. So I wonder, wish I get someone to go up here with them. So she go up on the road and me and I go on party, you see, one club.
Yeah.
So one girl come to her and say, hey, you want something to drink? She said, I don't want nothing to drink. So she noticed that no man no want her, you see.
Yeah.
Ragas put me to the night, so me I look for a girl. When me look out the door in a car park, me see one car with 4 night. By the time I
No, when it's a form, you mean, no, what?
Yes, like,
no, Richie, a form, she said. Richie cut out that to the man. Form, eh?
Yes,
no, man. No, what you mean is that the glass fog up.
Fog up, yeah, that's
Right.
what I mean.
That you mean, all right.
Every time I peep to the window and look, now my friend that me say I need the woman leg.
No, careful. No, not going on the details about that, yeah? But your same friend where burn out the woman and whatever, as she that you see in a very interesting position with the other woman in the car, cause the glass the window them for fog up, don't it?
I'm me to tell you.
Oh, Lord, you
And the
know.
woman must get $1,500. Me say...
What you say a while ago?
I said the woman get $1,500. She said, for me, you want something to drink? Me, all right.
Tambourine! Cannot say that B word there, yeah?
All right.
You see that B word there, you can't say, you have to say homosexual, yeah?
Okay.
What you say, you don't burn them out, no?
No, I'm not burn them out, you get me?
Yeah.
Because a person live their life, or them fear to live their life, you see.
Okay.
So it's life. But like I me tell you, nobody can burn you out, because you're raw, survival. Some of them bad man and them eat.
Yeah.
But them still can't stop you.
You see it. That's how I think, man. I eat a turn up strong, thick skin
Yeah,
and broad
I'm like
background.
for my birthday.
Eh?
Don't know what him like I think for my birthday.
Where?
Yeah, thank you for the little money.
Where you talk about?
When we had about and give me the money when I come on stage and get my birthday, August the 1st at Ochi.
I want to say a word, man. Bust it out. Bust it out. Large up yourself, man. When you don't know, so when we keep our show money, always I give away, you know. I just saw it.
Want to keep more. Come. Keep more.
Careful if you say keep more, you may end up in that car and fuck up the glass for the next woman. Oh. Anyway, take care here.
All right, then.
Blessings. Yo, people, I eat that, you know, tomorrow sitting again, and I will shut it out and so, yeah?